Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Eugene M. E the DJ live from St. Louis with the broadcast of the historic Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez historic unification fight in the 168 division. It's a historic fight. Canelo Alvarez is seeking to become the first Mexican-born fighter to ever unify a title ever in the four-weight class modern era. The first Mexican-born fighter. Welcome to my stream. Whoever you are, vote on my poll. We're getting ready for the card to start. Vote on my poll. Tell me who you think's is going to win. Type in the comments why. Let me know who you are. But welcome to my stream. It's a historic fight because Alvarez is fighting to become the first Mexican-born unified champion ever in boxing in the four-weight class modern era. This fight is for the 168 unified title, a title that has never been unified in the four championship belt era. And so this fight is historic for two reasons. Somebody's going to make history tonight. It's just a question of who. Welcome to my stream, whoever you are. Vote on my poll, please. Tell me who you think is going to win. Type in the comments why if you want. Please let me know who you are by typing something in the comments. I'd like to know who I'm talking to and who's in this boxing party tonight. Historic night of fighters. Historic night in the main event, rather. The undercard. I think last week's boxing card probably had a better undercard than this undercard, but everybody's paying for the main event in this one. You got Canelo, maybe the biggest boxing name in the world. Fury and Canelo probably, and Wilder, just because Fury and Wilder are heavyweights. Heavyweights rule boxing. If you're a boxing fan, you know that. And then outside of that, probably Canelo is the biggest name worldwide. Pacquiao and Canelo, the two biggest names worldwide. Pacquiao's retired. Canelo is still fighting and still trying to achieve things. So here we are. They're starting the card. They're starting to talk about the card, rather. How you doing, Alina? Welcome to my stream. Vote in the poll. If you're a boxing fan, you're probably here because of that. Vote in the poll. Tell me who you think's going to win. It's a historic night tonight for Canelo Alvarez, who I think is going to win this fight and become the first Mexican-born fighter in history to win all four belts unified in the modern boxing era. This is Mexican history. It's Mexican-American history, because I'm saying that because I believe Alvarez is going to win this fight. So it'll be Mexican history, Mexican-American history, history at 168, because this will be the first unified four-belt champion ever at 168. Historical in a lot of reasons. There have only been 5 fighters in the four championship belt era. There have only been 5 fighters in history that have unified all 4 belts in their division. And those fighters are Usyk at cruiserweight, Bernard Hopkins and Jermaine Taylor, both at middleweight, and Bud Crawford and Josh Taylor at 140. Those are the 5 fighters in history of the 4-belt era that have ever unified all 4 belts. That's a small amount of people for a long amount of time. So Canelo's got history on the line here. He's making $40 million for this fight. Welcome to my stream, Mr. Urbano. I don't want to mispronounce your name. I can't show the actual fight on here because it violates YouTube's guidelines regarding copyrighted content. So this would be me calling the fights like if you were watching it or listening to it on the radio. If you have the money to spend for this fight to order it on pay-per-view, by all means do it. I can't advise you to do anything illegal because I'm trying to make it here. I'm trying to get monetized here. Please like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell because I do all boxing fights, big and small. This is normally for hardcore boxing fans. I've only been on streaming for 5 weeks now, and mostly boxing streams have done the best. I've had some TikTok and bingo things go good, but boxing's been it for me so far. Give me 1 second. Technical difficulties, but let's fix that right way. Give me 1 second to fix this. Great jokes. Thank God the fights haven't started yet. So this is them talking and me trying to fix whatever this problem is. Give me 1 second. Here we go. I'm gonna have to trying to do it quickly, but I just got to just do it the long way. The screen froze, so I have to reboot the system. It's gonna take about 2 minutes most. What the heck was that about? Main event is scheduled to start like 10:30 Central Time. So we got 2.5 hours from the main event. I think the undercard from last week's fights were better than these, but I want to get to the start of it, and they're going to probably be doing that shortly. So let me fix whatever this problem was that happened. The double, I would say. It's my choice. A personal opinion. That was crazy. I've been doing this. I've been watching stuff and work. I did a stream earlier today. Didn't have any problems, so I don't know what that was about. But it is what it is. So Try not to reboot the whole system. Give me 1 second. This doesn't work. It's going to take 4 minutes at the most. But I'm trying not to do that. So probably should have just did it in the beginning. I think I need to reboot for real. Yeah, I want to reboot the system. Should have did it in the beginning. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to reboot the system. How you all doing? So it's going to be like about 4 minutes at the top. Welcome to my stream. Sorry for my manners, everybody. The undercard to me is not strong. Last week's undercard was great. A lot of great fighters, young fighters on that card. Contenders with Tank Davis and whatnot. But tonight's I think they knew that everybody was going to order this fight and spend the money because it's Canelo. They're probably right. That's probably what it is. You know, big fighters draw all that kind of money, but we'll have to see. When I looked at it, none of the names caught my eye. Let's put it that way. And the main event, I think, is supposed to start like 10:30. Give me 1 second. Which is, I think, everybody's looking for here, and they are counting on that. Canelo made $40 million on this fight. So he didn't have probably a lot of money left to make a big undercard because Canelo cost that 40 off the top. So you do have to make a buck. I understand that. All right, here we go. Frustrated and impatient. All right. Here we go. No impatience because the undercard is not. All right, now I'm making mistakes and it ain't the system. So, shit. What am I doing? Here we go. That was my bad. Not the system. Patience. Just doing things the right way. Sometimes it's quicker. It's just trying to rush stuff. Here we go. All right. Chokes. Here we go. All right. One more step, and we should be up. All right. Here we go. They haven't even started the card yet. So we just missed a bunch of talking. All right. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Just in time. God's always on time. All right, let's concentrate. Welcome to my stream, everybody. Vote in the poll. Who you think's going to win? Historic fight today. And this motherfucking connection. Okay. Don't do that. It looks like a Russian fighter. Okay, we got a Mexican-looking fighter with a cowboy hat on. Big cowboy hat. Named Juan Pablo Romero, who's 14-0 with 9 knockouts. He's from Mexico. Okay, that's another thing about this card is that fighters, all the fighters I saw except for one is Mexican, I believe. And that one is Anthony Dorell. He's on the undercard of this fight. I know that. There are 4 fights tonight on the pay-per-view portion of this fight card, which is starting now. I only did the pay-per-view. We got Elvis Rodriguez. He's 11-1 and 1 with 10 knockouts out of 12 fights and 11 wins by 11 knockouts from LA. He's Dominican. Calls himself the Dominican Kid. Looks like he can fight. he's got that look that he can fight. That Mexican, that Puerto Rican. Sorry, but he just looks like he can fight. I saw a great Puerto Rican fighter last week who's going to be a challenger for Tank Davis, I think, and Shakur Stevenson, and everybody at that 130 and 140 kind of weight class right there. That one kid last week on that undercard was great. And the white guy that won the title that that Ugas actually won, was great. He's going to be great. He's a top 5 welterweight, and he just came to the United States from Russia in his first major fight in LA last week and looked sensational, winning the WBA belt that Ugas really honestly earned already. But that's okay. That's another story. Money thing going on with them in the WBA. We all know Ugas beat Pacquiao. He's the WBA champion, but the white guy's got the belt because he's good, though. That's the real thing. He can really fight. He's the best Russian European fighter I've seen in my life. And he's undefeated with all knockouts, I think. And there was his first trip here to the United States, and he's going to be here to stay. And he's going to be a challenger for Spence and Bud Crawford and Boots Ennis and everybody. He's a player. He can fight. If you saw him last week, you know why I'm saying that. Okay, here we go. Round 1 of Rodriguez and Romero. Okay, we got, I can't see, he doesn't have his name on the trumps, but he sure fights like the Mexican fighter. And that's who it is. You can tell that by not even knowing what he looks like. Fighting a traditional Mexican style stance. This is going to be a night for Mexican history, I think, because I think Canelo's going to win this championship. I think he's going to knock Plant out. Plant's the undefeated American fighter. I'm just calling it like I see it because Plant has no punch, doesn't hit hard enough to keep Canelo off of him. This is going to be a replay of the Billy Joe Sanders fight. It's going to be a late round 8 to 11, 7 to 11 round knockout, I think, by Canelo. Plant doesn't have the firepower to keep Canelo off of him. So what we're going to see is Mexican history. The first Mexican-born fighter to unify a belt in the 4-weight class modern era. Mexican-American history. The first to do that. There's a Mexican-American, I believe. If Canelo's an American, I'm not sure if he is, actually. I think he's Mexican. But scratch that. No, he's as 100% Mexican. I think a Mexican. It's a Mexican fighter. I don't know if he lives in the States, but he's a Mexican fighter. The first Mexican fighter to win a unified belt in the 4-weight class era. There have only been 5 in history, by the way. So that's a significant achievement. Probably puts him in the Mexican Boxer Hall of Fame, I would imagine, in the regular Boxing Hall of Fame. And of course, that's why he's getting $40 million for this fight. Because he is the meal ticket now that Pacquiao's retired. So these two are just filling each other out. We got the Mexican guy and the boxer from the Dominican Republic, who's a left-handed boxer who doesn't look like he has the kind of power that you would expect from normal Puerto Rican fighters. He's a left-handed boxer. To me, I didn't see any power in that round. And the Mexican guy with the traditional Mexican stance, nothing major in that first round. It's a fill-out round. So, oh boy. So this is the first of 4. I do know Anthony Dorell is on this undercard. I'm not sure who he's fighting, and I think every other fighter on this card is probably Mexican. Thank you for the likes and the subscription, everybody. I appreciate that. Anything counts. This is my 5th week on YouTube, and I've been broadcasting like mad here on TikTok. I got a big TikTok following. I got into this originally to be a YouTuber, and I'll get more response from TikTok than anywhere. TikTok love. I see TikTok as the future for me, maybe. But I'm still off into my YouTube grind. I can do both. I'm going to do a combo of YouTube and TikTok. Because TikTok shows me mad love. And YouTube showing me love is just showing steady. TikTok moves faster. It's a younger generation. Your response time's faster. The connection's faster. YouTube is more traditional. It takes time to build. And that's okay. I'm patient when it comes to things like that. Give me a goal and I will do my best to fill it. So I think I'm doing pretty good so far. Fifth weekend. Just got to step up my game. Here we go in the second round. We got Romero and Rodriguez. Mexican coming forward in the traditional stance, Mexican stance, putting a body work in on the boxer. We got the boxer puncher versus traditional fighter. They're fighting in this round. All right, the Mexican's coming forward. He's pressing him. He doesn't feel like he has any power, and he is taking advantage of that. He's showing no respect to the Puerto Rican fighter, and he's got him in the corner. There's a left counter by the boxer from I guess is that I'm not gonna name him yet. The Mexican fighter got caught by a counter left hand by the boxing Dominican kid. I know his nickname. Rodriguez. Okay, he's on his trunks. Okay. Mexicans coming forward with strong punches to the head, jabs in my hands. If I had to make my decision right now, I'd probably be pulling for the Mexican fighter. But okay, we got good, strong left hooks out from the Dominican kid, Rodriguez. Okay, so this fight's starting to pick up now. We got the Mexican pressing them, not as hard. Nice body shot by Romero. The traditional left to the body from the Mexican fighter, and that's the best punch of the fight. Oh, okay, we got a left and a right by the Mexican fighter, another left and a right. He's taking command of the fight again. He stopped for a second, but now he's landing hard punches to the Dominican kid, and it's a good fight. Okay, the Dominican comes back with a jab and a left. He's definitely trying to box. He's a tough kid because he's taking some hard punches. He can take a punch. I see that much because Rodriguez's press ratio is on 10 right now. Oh, thank you so much, Romero. Okay, thank you for letting me know because you know what? I'm getting so much love on TikTok, and I appreciate that. I didn't even know that TikTok was going to do that. The whole goal in the beginning of this 5 weeks ago was YouTube, my YouTube channel. That was my goal. TikTok, the reception on TikTok. I got on TikTok to expose people to my YouTube channel, and my TikTok channel is taking over me. It's taking over me. I call myself a YouTuber, but TikTok's taking over me. It's all over me. It's coming all over me. I got to get used to saying I'm a TikToker because this don't sound as cool as a YouTuber, but I want to tell on myself. Appreciate that. Wow. Interesting. Appreciate whoever the two people are that like my channel. I appreciate that. Let me put my little vote in here. Very interesting. Very interesting. Welcome to my stream. Whoever just came in for the first time, welcome to my stream. Please type in the comments. Let me know who you are. I really appreciate you coming through. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm 5 weeks in. Like and hit the notification bell. I would really appreciate it. It's free. It takes 2 seconds. Please like the video. Hit the bell. We're in the preliminary fight, opening fight. Okay, we're in the third round of 10. Rodriguez, Romero, one's 11-1. Rodriguez with one no contest with 10 KOs. Romero 14-0. It's a pretty good round right there. Not bad for an opener. Not bad for an opener. You know, this is kind of the pretzels at the bar part of the fight so far. Pretzels are pretty good. We're at 140 pounds. Rodriguez, Romero, here in the opening fight of the Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Plant, historic 168 fight. Fourth round, we got Rodriguez and Romero in a nice little scrap. Welcome to my stream, friends. I'm sorry I didn't see you. I can't stream the fight. I would love to, but look, bro, I got 4 kids and 3 baby mamas, and I'm trying to build my YouTube channel. This is my 5th week in. I can't take no YouTube strikes. I got to get to 2,000. I got to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as I can to get monetized. There's no way I can do that. I'm sorry. It's on pay-per-view. You can order it. If you can find it somewhere where somebody's taking that kind of risk, I understand. I've been there before. But if you can't find that, or even if you can find it, even if you ordered it on pay-per-view, you can still watch the fight with me, and I will be your eyes and ears for this fight. I'm going to call it. This is the opener. It's Romero, Rodriguez, 4 of 12. They got good records for knockout power in their records. They're not pushover fighters. They're good fighters. I can see that. This is they're good fighters. It's just they're filling each other out. We got the Mexican Romero in the traditional Mexican stance, coming forward, pressing. Looks like he's got some power. He's definitely got body shots. And Rodriguez, the Dominican fighter, the Dominican kid, they call him, has just hurt. Wow, he just tagged. Man, okay, I didn't think he had that kind of power, and I'm wrong. No wonder he has so many knockouts. He's knocked out everybody he's fought so far, and I just thought he was a boxer. And I guess Romero did too, the way he's been pressuring him. But obviously he does have power, because I just saw that left hand, and it did hurt Juan Pablo Romero. Romero's up, and he's fighting back. He's game. He's Mexican. He's coming forward, but he's covered up. He's not throwing punches. He definitely was hurt by that left hand. I don't say he's got to give him credit for getting up. I thought that was it. Might have been the end of the fight, but he's fighting back. Okay, so I'm correcting myself on the Dominican kid. He's a left-handed boxer who does have power and some fast hands and good boxing ability. He's a, you got a good Dominican fighter versus a good Mexican fighter on the night of Mexican history. That's where we're at. Great round. Now that we got us a fight. All right, I'm into the fight now. We got it going back and forth now. Okay, I thought this was going to be, that's a nice 3-punch combination by Rodriguez off the jab, the classic boxing he's doing there. And I want to see that left hand that he put him down with. He staggered him with one left, caught him with a left uppercut, a jab, and then got him in the corner. Okay, that was nice. Okay, he's nice with his hands. Okay, so now I respect Mr. Rodriguez, the Dominican kid who's undefeated, and I understand why he's knocked out everybody he's won against now. He's a fast-handed Dominican fighter, and the other guy is not bad either. This is more impressive for opener than I thought going into this card in the beginning. So this is a very good opener. Welcome to my stream. Thank you for coming. Please vote on my poll. We're in round 5 of a really good fight now. Interesting fight now. I'm impressed. I'm excited. It's a nice matchup. Boxer, puncher, Dominican Republic, Mexican. Dominican Republic's trying to steal the opener here. He's coming with power combinations with fast hands, both lefts and rights. He's got the jab. He's got the left coming behind it. He's tagging Romero and exposing the fact that he doesn't have much defense. His defense is his chin, it looks like. Even though he does have some pretty fast hands as a power to the body and head. And he's definitely aggressive. And he's got heart. Nice fight. Okay, we got Rodriguez with the jab. He's got the stick operating from the outside. He's got the space that he wants, the distance that he wants. He's jabbing through this round. The fight is so good, I wish I would have actually scored it. I didn't expect this. So I would have scored it if I known it was going to be this good. Elvis Rodriguez, remember that name. Juan Pablo Romero, remember that name. These are both good young fighters here on the pay-per-view event trying to make a name for themselves. In the opener, matched up tough. It's a tough matchup. This is a PBC card, I see, because they match people up tough in the PBC. These are two prospects with undefeated records that are being matched up against each other. It's PBC. They do that. And it's paying off for them in this opener. It reminds me of some of the fights that Charlo had when he was coming up undefeated, when they were matching him up with young prospects, undefeated ones that are still relevant right now and challengers right now, even though he got past them. This is a nice matchup of two really, really good fighters in this 140 division. But what I saw last week, and Tank and Shakur, the one I saw last week from the Dominican Republic and fight with them, the guy that looks like a combination of Ali and Trinidad, I'm forgetting his name now. His first name is Michelle, which throws me off because he's got a girl name and he's got a man's punch and jab. So I know that. I'm forgetting what his name is, though. Welcome to my stream. Whoever's in there, please vote in the poll. Type a comment in the comments. Let me know who you are. We got a left hand that has put Romero down again, and this time Romero does not look like he's going to be getting up. Now, he looked conscious and coherent and quit. He didn't stand up, and he looked like he could to me. So he lost some points with that. He didn't look hurt enough not to get up. He just sat there and let the ref count 10. So he lost a lot of points to me right there with that. You go out on your shield. You go out on your shield. You may go out, but you go out on your shield. Honestly, the ref would have probably stopped if he got back up and tried to fight back. If he kept taking punches, he was going to get stopped anyway, but he might as well have went out with his dignity, and he didn't even do that. So bye-bye, Mr. Romero, for me. On a night when Canelo is going to make history as a Mexican fighter, this Mexican fighter just came in here and sat down and quit. He's ashamed of himself. Straight left puts him down on his butt, and he gets back up. Excuse me, he doesn't get back up. He goes down from the straight left, and then he just let the ref count 10 on a knee. He took a knee, and we ain't talking Colin Kaepernick. He took a knee because he didn't want to take no more punches from Mr. Rodriguez, the Dominican kid. Elvis Rodriguez, welcome to my stream. Whoever you are, vote on my poll. Type of 1 if you think in the comments. Type of 1 if you think that Canelo is going to knock out Plant. Type of 2 if you think Plant's going to knock out Canelo. Type of 3 if you think Canelo is going to win by decision. Type of 4 in the comments if you think that Plant is going to win by decision. How you doing? Okay, you got a 1 there. Did you put a 1 in the poll? I got a 1 too. In fact, put this in here. Oh, yeah, I would too. I would definitely put anything on Canelo in this fight. I think Plant's overrated. He hasn't beat a quality fighter at the 168 division since he's been fighting. I would put everything on it too. I would too. And I'm going to type a big bad 1 in here too, because tonight is going to be about Canelo making Mexican history. Your last name is Vasquez, so I'm sure you're going to enjoy this night. It's going to be Mexican history. This is the first Mexican fighter to unify a title ever in the 4-belt modern era. There have only been 5 fighters in the 4-belt era that have ever done it. Canelo's going to do it today. I definitely agree with that. Elvis Rodriguez. Remember that name? He's a player at 140. Very talented left-handed boxer puncher with a punch and a jab and some fast hands, which means he ain't going to be getting too many fights. But he's on the PBC label, which means he got matched up tonight tough, and he's going to continue to get matched up to connect tough. For sure. Hell yeah. Yeah. If you're a Mexican, you got to be partying, man. This is a party night for you. This is the night where you go get your beer and you go get your whatever and you kick it and enjoy history. This is one of those nights for you. This is your Obama night. History will be made tonight. Now, I don't think it's going to be by Plant. Let's put it that way. 5th round knockout by Vasquez. Winner by knockout. Elvis Rodriguez, the Dominican kid. He's now 12-1-1 with 11 knockouts out of 12 other people he beat. I want to know who beat him. Shit. Elvis Rodriguez looks good in the undercard, the prelim of this fight. The opener in this. We got 3 fights to go tonight. We got 2 more fights to go before we get to the big deal. Welcome to my stream. Whoever came in my stream, I appreciate you coming through. We're in intermission right now, basically waiting for the next fight to start. And subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for the other boxing things that I do. I do more than that. This is my 5th weekend. Thank you. Welcome to my stream, everybody. Please hit subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. I'm trying to get monetized. I do all boxing events, major boxing events and minor ones, my 5th weekend to YouTube. I appreciate you coming through. Vote in my poll. In the comments, type a 1 if you think Canelo is going to win by knockout. A 2 if you think Plant's going to win by knockout. A 3 if you think Alvarez is going to win by decision. And a 4 if you think that Plant is going to win this fight by decision. Vote in the poll. Subscribe, like my channel, and hit the bell. I'm Eugene M., either DJ STL, broadcasting live from St. Louis, Missouri. And we got Plant coming into the arena. Plant's coming into the arena. We're in the basically waiting for the next fight to start. Welcome to my stream, whoever you are. Vote on my poll. Type a 1 in the comments if you think that Canelo is going to knock out Plant tonight. Type a 2 in the comments if you think that Canelo is going to win. If you think Plant's going to win by knockout, type a 2. Type a 3 if you think Canelo is going to win by decision, and a 4 in the comments if you think that Plant's going to win by decision. Thank you for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel and like the live stream. Hit the bell because I'm going to do all boxing, big and small, on my channel. This is a channel that's going to be dedicated to a lot of boxing. For casual fans of boxing and for non-core hardcore fans, which I'm a hardcore boxing fan. And the main event is going to start probably, I think, at 10:30 tonight. We got 3 fights coming on this pay-per-view portion of this card. And we're in intermission waiting for the fight to start. That's where we're at. So chop it up with me while we're waiting. Vote in the poll. Type a 1, 2, 3, or 4 in there. Please subscribe to my channel. It's free. Takes 2 seconds while you're waiting. Hit the notification bell for the boxing events that are going to be coming up live streaming. I do them all for casual and for non-casual hardcore fans, even though it's only my 4th week. I also do other sports, music, live streams, and playlists, and reaction videos. That's what this channel does. It's Eugene M., either DJ STL, sports, music, and entertainment. Like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to get monetized, obviously, if you know YouTube. And it's free. Takes 2 seconds to do. And it helps support the channel, my baby, who is getting a lot of response from TikTok. And I'm almost to the point of saying I'm a TikToker because I'm getting so much response and love from TikTok that I love it. I feel TikTok. I didn't expect it. It was unexpected. This was all about YouTube 5 weeks ago, and TikTok has taken over. Taking over YouTube. Yes, I don't know. TikTok has taken over me. I love my TikTok people. I really enjoy TikTok. I was surprised that I enjoy it so much and so many interesting people on there. More down home. It's a younger crowd, younger generation, older crowd too, but down home people. I like that. I like that. You know, YouTube is business oriented. It's great, and I love YouTube. I'm a YouTube fanatic. I watch everybody. I watch everything. But I'm now off of the TikTok, and I haven't been off of the TikTok until I started this journey. But now TikTok is taking over. Welcome to my stream. Whoever is in here, please vote in the chat. We're in intermission right now, and we're about to start the fight shortly, I guess. They're just talking right now. So, but subscribe to my channel, like, and hit the bell for the future boxing live streams and all the boxing content, because you're going to get a lot of that. I'm a hardcore boxing fan from a boxing family, from 3 generations of boxing. My grandfather was Sonny Liston's manager and promoter, and took him to the first heavyweight champion in St. Louis history, and I'm in St. Louis. My grandfather was a promoter and manager and held cards weekly when boxing was big in St. Louis. Not big now, but big then in his era. And he held weekly boxing cards at the Kiel Center, which is now the Savage Center, I believe, is where the Blues play here in St. Louis. But back in the day, it was called the Kiel Center. This is older times. This is wrestling back in the old days kind of times. And, boxing cards. And one of his fighters was Sonny Liston, first heavyweight champion from St. Louis. He had another champion, I believe, named Chillin' Charlie Riley. He was less known, but he did have 2 title world champions, and he had the first undisputed heavyweight champion in St. Louis history, which was Sonny Liston. And the second would be Michael Spinks, whose family I do know. I met Michael. I mean, not Michael Leon. Michael I met personally. He's actually been over my house. And I know him. Oh, I don't know him well, but I've met him several times. He knows who I am. Came over my house when I was a kid once. Before he was a gold medal winner in the Olympics and future light heavyweight champion of the world, and I believe the greatest light heavyweight champion in the world in history. It might be biased. He's from St. Louis. But he's got his name in there. So they're just basically showing highlights of old clips and stuff, getting ready for the next fight. Caleb Plant just came into the arena, so we're not near the time for the main event. The match will be like 10:30, I guess. 10:30, probably the main event, maybe. I think that's what he said. According to Yahoo Sports, my go-to for that kind of stuff. So a little history while we're waiting here. Canelo, I believe, is going to win by knockout tonight, and that will make him the first Mexican-born fighter to ever unify a title in the four belt era, the modern era, basically. So it'll be the first Mexican fighter to win and unify in the modern era all 4 belts. And that's a significant accomplishment because there have only been 5 fighters in the history of boxing that have ever unified all 4 belts in the modern era. One was Usyk at cruiserweight, Bernard Hopkins and Jermaine Taylor at middleweight, and Bud Crawford and Josh Taylor at 140. Those are the 5 fighters in the history of the modern era that have unified a belt, a title, all 4 belts. And tonight, Canelo is going to be the 6th. So if you're Mexican and you're here, this is a night to party. It's a night to have fun. Get your drink on, get your smoke on, chill, listen to your music, which is beautiful. Enjoy this day. I'm an African American. This is your Obama night. Go out and chill and party. Canelo's going to bring it home for you. Put himself in the Mexican Fighter Hall of Fame for you. He's already there, but I think he's pushing he's the top. I think maybe. Could be. Julio Cesar Chavez would probably like to have a word with me, but this accomplishment, only 5 fighters in the history of the modern era have ever done this. And Canelo's going to be the 6th, I believe. It's a party night. This is also the first time the 168-pound division has ever been unified in the 4-belt era. So no one has ever been a unified champion of all 4 belts in this division until tonight. Plant could win that tonight. So regardless of win or loss, history is going to be made tonight. It's just a question of who's going to make history. Will Caleb Plant be the first fighter to unify at 168 in the history of the modern era? Or will Canelo be that plus the first Mexican ever to unify in the modern era, which is even bigger to me. Even bigger to me. So if you're Hispanic, this is your night. This fight should have been during Mexican month or whatever, Mexican History Month or whatever, the celebration month, whatever it is. This should have been on Cinco de Mayo. I think it might have been planned for that and got pushed back to tonight, actually. So this was supposed to be the crowning moment of his career, I think, on Cinco de Mayo. They got pushed back to tonight. So you had to wait for your history, but it's tonight. At 10:30, you get to enjoy it. I'm a boxing fan, and I love boxing history. I'm going to enjoy it. Do I think Canelo was the greatest fighter ever? No, I don't. Do I think he was in the top 10? No, I don't. I don't think his competition is on that level. The fighters that he's beat on that level. The only great fighter he ever fought was Money Mayweather, and he was young then, but Money Mayweather was older then. He wasn't Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd was a boxer puncher and had fresh, healthy hands and could sit down his punches and make exciting fights, and he could put hands on you. If you go back and watch Floyd when he was younger, Pretty Boy Floyd at 140, 130, 135, and those weights, you'll see a different fighter than Money Mayweather, who had injured hands and had to fight with extra padding on his glove or order extra padding on the gloves of his hands for other fighters than him because he had hand problems. And he had to change his game and become a boxer, not about a boxer puncher because of his hands. It became more boring and he was a defensive expert. He turned himself into Pernell Whitaker. But he did become Money Mayweather and make more money than any boxer in history, which is why Money Mayweather is probably a good name for him. But Pretty Boy Floyd was a much better fighter. Welcome to my stream. Please vote in my poll. Type of 1 if you think Canelo is going to win by knockout. A 2 if you think Plant's going to win by knockout. A 3 if you think that is my internet tripping again. Give me 1 second. Okay. I don't know what that was. Okay, here we go. Here we go with the second of the 4-fight pay-per-view fights. We got Ray Vargas, 30-0 with 22 knockouts from Otumba, Mexico. His nickname is Boots. There's only one Boots in boxing for me, and that's Boots Ennis. So he's going to have to change his nickname because there's only one Boots in boxing right now. Well, we'll see if he's worthy of a nickname like that. He's undefeated, Ray Vargas. See what he's got. I've never seen him fight. Welcome to my stream. We're getting ready for the Canelo Alvarez Plant fight here. Please subscribe and hit the bell for future live streams of boxing, other sports, music, and entertainment, and reaction videos on my brand new channel, 5 Weeks In on YouTube. It's free. Only takes 2 seconds to do. Just hit the button, subscribe, like the video, hit the bell, and I appreciate that because I'm trying to get monetized as soon as I can. I've got 4 kids and 3 baby mamas. I need it. So I can tell you. Now, here we go. First round. Ray Vargas is the favorite fighter in this. Got 2 Mexican fighters on Mexican History Night as far as I'm concerned. Baez, 21-4 with 12 knockouts. Vargas, 34-0. Clean record, 22 knockouts. Vargas, the favorite. Baez, only 12 knockouts in 21 fights. He's lost 4 times. So, obviously, they're building up Ray Vargas on Mexican Night. See what he's got first round. Not even a minute in. Okay, Baez is a tall fighter. Very tall fighter for this weight class. Looks physically bigger than Baez, who's probably brought in here as a sacrificial lamb. After that first opening fight, which was a great opener, this one, we'll see. Because you got to be kidding me. Give me a second. All right. It's the end of the first round. Some computer issues there, but we're back. All right. Oh no. All right. All right. We're about to begin the second round of this Vargas Baez fight. And don't look like Baez has much of a chance. Welcome to my stream. This fight's not going to go on long, I don't think. Welcome to my stream. Please subscribe. Hit the notification bell for future live streams of boxing, sports, music, and entertainment, reaction videos, live streams, music, and entertainment. Well, let me know who's in the comment section. Let me know who's here. Welcome to my stream. This is the live stream of Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Plant for the 168-pound unified championship, the first in the history of the division. That fight's expected to start probably in an hour, hour and a half. And please vote who you think is going to win in the poll. Type in the comments, say hello, let me know who you are. Type a 1 if you think Canelo's going to win by knockout, 2 if Plant by knockout, 3 if you think Canelo's going by decision, 4 if you think Plant's going to win this. And please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. It takes 2 seconds and it's free. It's my 5th weekend on YouTube, and I really appreciate your support. All right, we got okay, Baez with a nice left-right combination that backs him up a little bit. He come to fight. He's got 4 losses, but he's not punking out here. He's throwing punches. He's in there with the house fighter. So Baez coming forward now. Nice double left hook by Vargas. Nice double left hook. He's really tall for this division. And welcome to my stream. Please vote in the poll. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. It takes 2 seconds and it's free. Support my new YouTube channel. We're getting ready for Canelo versus a Plant shortly. We got this fight and another fight to go before they get to it. Welcome to my stream. Please vote in the poll and type a 1 if you think Canelo's going by KO, a 2 if you think Plant's going by KO, a 3 if you think Canelo's going by decision, a 4 if you think if Plant's going by decision. There, who's with me? Subscribe to the channel. It's free, takes 2 seconds. I really would appreciate it. So we got Vargas taking a nice right hand to the chin, going back to his corner, scratching his head. They're interviewing Caleb Plant. He's got his Team Plant t-shirt on. I noticed all the Al Heyman PBC fighters all have merch they're selling. He's definitely a manager that trains his fighters on the business aspect of making money in boxing. And they all got merch and different things they're selling and clothing and salesmen, all of them. And they're trained by Al Heyman. He's good at that. Also good at paying fighters what they're worth. So I like that. It's refreshing. After the Don King, Bob Arum era, and all the pimping of boxers and not paying them and them ending up broken, homeless, and head problems, it's good to see boxers finally getting paid and boxing back on free television. Thank you, Al Heyman, for that. And PBC. For those who are economically challenged. Which a lot of us are. So this is the second of the 4 pay-per-view fights tonight. Canelo got $40 million for this fight. So obviously you weren't going to see a lot of money being spilled on the undercard for this fight because Canelo got 40 off the top. He's the best at the business side of boxing since Money Mayweather. He learned, not just in his loss in the ring, but from Money Mayweather, how to make money in boxing. And he's followed that blueprint. And he's getting paid. Maybe not on the Mayweather level, but he's getting paid as much as anybody else. And he's taking a few good punches, this guy. Vasquez taking some good punches by the gap out here to lose, and he's not taking it. He's fighting back. He's not taking the bravado. He ain't feeling it. And Baez is coming back to the body hard. This is turning into a fight now. This is turning into a fight. They're fighting now. And they're fighting like in a phone book style right now, both of them. Even though Vargas is the tall fighter, he's allowing the shorter fighter to get inside and not trying to avoid that. He's actually trying to fight him. Despite his height and reach advantage, he's not using it. He's got the Mexican bravado going, and he's trying to please the fans here today. So he may not be fighting the most intelligent strategy, but he is fighting the way that fight fans and especially Mexican fans want. He's giving you your money's worth tonight and opening himself up to punches from this kid Baez, who's brought in here to lose because Baez is tough as nails and he's landing on him. This is give and take right here. No one's dominating this fight. And that's a surprise, I think, going into it. Nice left, right by Vasquez on cue. Uppercut, from Vargas. Nice uppercut and right hand from Vargas on cue. Standing right in front of him, giving up his height reach advantage to get in the phone book with Baez in this one. Baez is lunging with the right, which could be a problem for him. They both have changed body shots, and Baez got the best of that combination in the ropes. Baez is surprising people tonight here, surprising the house fighter. The house fighters in the fight tonight. I don't think they expected that. We got Canelo with 12-1 odds going into this fight, 12-1 over Plant. So Vegas is convinced we're going to see Mexican history tonight. First Mexican-born fighter to unify a title in the four-belt modern era, and the first fighter to unify at 168 in the modern era, the four-belt era. It's Mexican history night tonight. If you're Mexican out there, welcome to my stream. If you're Mexican, this is a night for you to party. Have fun. This is your Obama moment. Enjoy this night. It's going to be lovely for you. Historic. Only 5 fighters in history have ever unified a belt. All 4 belts in the modern era. That's how historic this win is for him. It's only be 6 fighters to ever do that. I appreciate the 4 people that are rolling with me in here. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the bell for notification. Vote on my poll and type who you think is going to win in the chat comment section, and let me know who you are. Chop it up with me. It's free. It's harmless. It's fun. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with a little party. And it's your party night. And we got Vargas. I guess he must have been listening to his corner because he's now trying to use his height and his reach and his jab, which he should have been doing in that last round. He was letting bias in the fight in that last round. He's now trying to use his height and his reach, at least. That's smart. Too much pride can lead to problems. Vargas has landed 50% of his power shots in this fight, which is making him want to do that. Might not be the smartest thing to do. But I guess if you land at 50%, you want to throw more of them. Vicious left, rights to the body from nice left hook, nice right hand. Okay, we got Vargas sitting down in his punches and landing some serious shots on bias in this round. So he's taking command of this fight in this round. Nice body shots, nice head shots by Vargas in this fight and in this round especially. He's taking control of this fight. Now he's dancing, boxing a little bit. He's using his height and his reach. That's smart. Bias comes back with a nice left and right that didn't land in vicious combination to the body by Vargas. Vargas with a vicious body combination. 3 back. Oh, my God. 2 hard left hooks to the liver. I think Mexicans call it a gaucho. Is that what you call it? I'm not Mexican. But we call it left to the liver around here. I'm in North St. Louis. Whatever it is, whatever you call it, it hurts like hell. I can tell you that. So, he's got a nice body. He's got a nice body game. Vargas has nice body punches. Nice jab when he uses it. Sits on his punches well. Good tall fighter in this division. If he uses his jab and uses his height and his reach, he's a whole lot better fighter. But he's got the Mexican bravado and pride, and he gives up his height and his reach to make fights and get inside and fight. I don't know if that's the smartest thing. I know fighters love, fans love it. They're interviewing Canelo backstage. He's got his Mexican shirt on. A really nice shirt, by the way. I need that shirt in my merch. Oh, God, that's a nice shirt. It's a Dolce & Gabbana. He's got a Dolce & Gabbana white T-shirt on with the Mexican colors in it and gold, and that is a fly shirt. If you Mexican and you got money, you need to go over there and get that shirt. I'm not even Mexican. I ain't got the money to afford no Dolce & Gabbana, but if I did, I'd get that shirt. They had it in a white, black. How you doing? The fight is pay-per-view, Jose. It's on pay-per-view. This is Canelo. Canelo got $40 million for this fight. It's on pay-per-view. So unless you're going to order the fight on pay-per-view, you might as well let me be your eyes and your ears because this is Mexican history night for you. First Mexican-born fighter to unify a belt in history, modern era, the 4-belt era. First Mexican to do that is going to be Canelo after tonight. He'll also be the first unified champion in the history of the 168 division in the history of the four-belt modern era tonight. So Canelo's going to make history tonight in two respects. There have only been 5 fighters that have ever unified a belt, all 4 belts in the history of the modern era, the four-belt era. Only 5 fighters in history have done this. It's a significant achievement. Well, I think this was supposed to be on Cinco de Mayo, and they got pushed back to tonight. So you were supposed to have this party on Cinco de Mayo, and I think it got pushed back to tonight. And now you got history coming your way tonight. So vote in the poll. Tell me who you think's going to win and why. Type a comment in the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for future boxing. Only takes 2 seconds and it's free. Welcome to my stream. Whoever's in here, vote in the poll. Type a comment in the chats. Let me know who you are. And type a 1 through 4 for who you think's going to win this fight. This is Canelo versus Plant in the main event. History in the making. First 168 unified champion in the history of modern boxing. And Canelo will win and be the first Mexican-born fighter to unify a belt in any division in modern boxing. There have only been 5. This is a big event and a big accomplishment that Canelo's going to get tonight, because I believe he's going to knock Plant out between the 7th and 11th tonight. And one of the proud, loyal PBC fighters, Plant, will be on his back, folded like a lawn chair shortly, probably in about an hour in the main event. That's what I believe. Plant, the American fighter, also going to lose tonight. That's what I think. Give me 1 second. That's the end of that round. Not much happening in that one. I think Vargas is clearly winning this fight. I would love to have that shirt that Canelo Alvarez had on. That Dolce Gabbana shirt with that Mexican colored flag in it and the gold. Crazy. Crazy. This is a 120-pound, 12-round fight that Vargas has probably won at least 4 of the first 6. Welcome to my stream. Please tell me who you got in this fight in the comments. Vote on my poll. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and like the video. It's free, and it takes just a couple seconds to do. Help me support my new channel. It's the 5th week, I believe, on YouTube. Trying to go to channel, get monetized. It takes 3 seconds. Just subscribe, like, hit the notification bell for future live streams of boxing, other sports, music, entertainment, playlists, and reaction videos on my channel, Eugene Mitchell. Excuse me, that's my government name. Eugene M. E. the DJ STL. Sports, music, and entertainment. Takes 2 seconds. Tell me who you got. Welcome to my stream. Vote in the poll. Tell me who's in the stream. Participate. Type vote in my poll, and tell me who you think's gonna win in the comments. Getting ready for the main event. About an hour away. Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant. History in the making. Somebody's gonna make history tonight. Either Plant is gonna be the first fighter to unify a belt at 168 in the modern era, or Canelo will do that, plus be the first Mexican-born fighter ever to unify a belt in the modern era. There have only been 5 in the modern era. It's a historic achievement for either one of them, and it's an historic achievement for Canelo, especially because the second one is most important. The first one to unify all 4 belts in the modern era. Somebody's going to be that person, the 6th. It's going to be Canelo, I believe. And he's going to be the first Mexican American to do that. So if you're Mexican, this is your party night. To enjoy this night. The happy ending, the enjoyable whole experience. It's a party for you. Enjoy it. Vargas using more lateral movement now, using his height and his reach, and making this fight now a one-sided fight. He gave Baez a chance by getting in the phone book and fighting with him and giving up his height and reach. Now he's discovered that he can just beat him apart from the outside, and that's what he's doing. So that's the way this is going now. To me, at this point, it's the question whether Baez can make it through the rest of this fight. He's not a bad fighter at all. Great left hook and right hand by Vargas. Classic left hook and right hand by Vargas. Baez is not a bad fighter, but Vargas has got some special skills. He's got height and reach, and he's got some pretty fast hands. He's got a jab, and he's a tough kid, too. He's got a little bit of everything. But he's been taking some punches to the face, you know. He's been taking some chances in this fight. Trying to impress the crowd who wants action. Foregoing what's in his best interest. Ray Vargas has been off for 28 months. He has not fought in 2.5 years coming into this fight. And it looks great. So he must have been in the gym a lot because he doesn't look like he has any rust on him at all. 2.5 years, and looks like he hasn't lost a beat. Currently landing solid combinations to the head of Baez as I speak. Nice lefts and rights to the head. Baez not quitting. Left, right to the body by Baez. Hard punches to the body by Baez. Got him in the corner and made him pay for it. Nice body punches back from Vargas. Beautiful body punches and right hands to the head by Vargas in response. And here comes Baez back with the same. We got to fight in this round again. Here we go. They're going at it. They're standing in the phone book. Vargas is giving up his height and reach, and he's back in the phone book again, making it an action fight. The crowd loves it. They're cheering for it. Vargas' corner probably throwing the towel down, saying, what the heck is he doing? But it's making for a good fight, and it's letting Baez get aggressive again and throw punches and land again. I really appreciate that, Mr. Vasquez. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. And thank you. You're going to have fun tonight. I know you're in a good mood. This is going to be your night. Caught you in a good mood on the night that you're going to party. I hope you got your drink on and everything. Because you're about to get history. This fight is becoming a fight again. Vargas is I guess, now heard his trainers again. He's trying to do it, but every time Baez lands on him, it just comes out of him. It just comes out of him. He can't control it. He can't control it. He's got to get back in the phone book with it when he lands on him. He can't. His pride won't let him box. Use his height, this reach. This is funny. He needs to do what he's been doing, but he just, nice left hook by Baez, because Vasquez is sitting inside with him with down on his level. I don't understand that. His coaches are gotta be mad, but his pride won't let him do what he's supposed to do here. And he just took a left hook from Baez. So he didn't need to. He just could have been doing what he's been doing. Nice right hand by Baez. Solid right hand. The best punch in this fight. And if Vargas comes back with 2 body punches, it's just his pride is making a great fight of a fight that should be a boring fight if we just use this height and this reach. Must be a heavy amount of Mexican fans in this arena tonight in Vegas, because he's fighting like his brothers and sisters in the crowd. He's fighting in the Mexican style. He should be boxing and using his jab. He's doing great when he was just doing that, staying on the outside and landing on him. But he just won't stay out the phone book. When everybody lands some, he wants to come right back on him. And that's making a fight. Best parts of the fight is when he actually gets in the phone book with him. The easiest part of the fight is when he's just out on the outside using his reach and height. He just can't do it. He can't mentally won't do it. He's got to be aggressive in this crowd, in this theater. At least he's recognizing his audience from that. He's not just trying to win. He's trying to look marketable. And that is important. Your corner people are protective. They just don't want you to take a chance where you can win an easy fight. But you, as a fighter, know marketability matters. It matters. It matters to the money. So he's giving you your money's worth and making a tougher fight than it should be because of that. Whoever's sticking with me, I really appreciate you sticking with me. I wish you type a comment in the comment sections. Let me know who you are. I appreciate that. If that's Mr. Velasquez and you're still in here, let me know, because if you are in here, I'll throw a wrench on you. If you type something in the comments, if that's you, you've been with me, I want to put a wrench on you and make you a moderator. So if you want to be a moderator, let me know. Type a comment in the comment section. If that's you, I'll throw a wrench on you. You've been here with me. And this is the beginning of my YouTube and also now TikTok experience, because TikTok is taking over my numbers. A lot of love from TikTok. Welcome to my stream, everybody. The 2 people that are in there. If you're here, please type a comment in the comments. Let me know who you are. Chop it up with me. Vote in the poll. Type a 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me know who's going to win. Who you think's going to win this fight coming up in about an hour now. And we got a historic fight tonight. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. It's free. Takes 3 seconds. And I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube. Give me a shot for free. 3 seconds. You get all the boxing content, live streams, my music streams, playlists, my entertainment reaction videos. I got a lot of big stuff coming up. Planning for. I'm growing really fast. Faster on TikTok than on YouTube, but still YouTube is slower. Let's see. That's what the creators are telling me. The YouTube school people are saying. Little patience. I got patience. I got dedication. But TikTok has really been very, very showing me a lot of love in the last month. Surprising. I'm really in love with TikTok. I've always been in love with YouTube. a YouTube fanatic. I watch it all the time, but now I'm starting to become a TikTok fanatic. TikTok is taking over my body. It's turning me into a YouTuber talker or something. I don't know what I am now. Welcome to my stream. Vote on my poll. Type a 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the comments. Who you think's gonna win this fight? Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. This fight is moving toward a decision, I think, because these two fighters are too tough to get knocked out here, I think. Baez is taking a lot of punches, and he's too tough. He's got a chin, and he's tough, and he's put enough power. He's put enough punches on. He's put enough punches on Vasquez to make Vasquez at least respect him. So I expect this to be a decision. Considering there are only 2 more fights left, I think that's what they thought too. The next fight and then the main event. There were only 4 fights on the pay-per-view portion of this card. Probably because Canelo got $40 million to take this fight. Baez has got him pinned on the ropes and putting some punches on Vasquez. Vargas is complaining about hitting from rabbit punches, hitting his body from behind. I didn't see that, but he was landing so many punches I couldn't even tell. All right. Their stream is lagging. All right. Give me a second here. Give me a second to go back in again. This is an internet problem with these people. All right, here we go. All right, back up again. There we go. Welcome to my stream. All right, same old thing going on here. 10th round of 10. Finally, this fight's going to be over with. I think we pretty much figured out Vargas was going to win this fight by decision anyway. If you're new to my stream, please vote in the poll. Type a 1 through 4 in the comments who you think is going to win. Please subscribe and like and hit the notification bell for my future live streams of boxing, live stream, sports, other sports, music, and entertainment on my channel. Eugene M., E the DJ STL, broadcasting live from St. Louis, Missouri. Four fights on this card tonight, pay-per-view portion, rather. After the next fight, which I think Anthony Dorell is in, probably versus another Mexican fighter, because I think Anthony Dorell is the only fighter on this card that's not Mexican. And I think it was planned for Cinco de Mayo. I think it was postponed until tonight. So this should have been a Cinco de Mayo special with Canelo becoming the first Mexican-born fighter to unify all four belts in the modern boxing era. One of only 5 fighters have done it up to now in the history of the boxing modern era. So he'll be the 6th to do that, which is a historic achievement in boxing. Will probably place him, to me, as the number 1 Mexican boxer ever. I'm sure the Julio Cesar Chavez fans would probably want to argue about that. I think Oscar de la Hoya was Mexican-American, I believe. I think he might have been Mexican-born, but he never unified all 4 belts in the modern era. No fighter, Mexican fighter, has ever unified all 4 belts in the modern era in the history of boxing. There have only been 5 people that have done it. Usyk at cruiserweight, Bernard Hopkins and Jermaine Taylor at middleweight, and Bud Crawford and Josh Taylor at 140 are the only fighters to have ever unified all 4 belts in the modern boxing era. And Canelo's going to be the 6th tonight in history. So that's a historic achievement. And if Plant wins, he's the first one to unify all 4 belts in the modern era at 168. That's also never been done. So this is a historic night, regardless of either fighter. History's going to be made. It's just a question of who. And I believe it's going to be Canelo. We got Sam Watson in the ring, the front man for Al Heyman, who you never see anywhere. He's the Kaiser Soze of boxing, if you've ever seen the Unusual Suspects, or the Usual Suspects, rather. Al Heyman is the Kaiser Soze of boxing. You never see him. Just I thought Sam Watson was Al Heyman. Somewhere there's Al Heyman pulling the strings like Kaiser Soze, and you never see him. I did a deep dive and found 2 pictures of him. One of them, he was way in the back, and we were interviewing somebody else. He managed to be in the glimpse of Kaiser Soze once. I know what he looks like now. The rare achievement. Okay, we got the mostly Mexican fans here in Vegas for this fight, which is why Vargas fought so hard to give up his height and reach and to make it a phone book fight, because there are more Mexican fans here than anybody, and they want to fight. They don't want to see boxing. They don't want to see boxing punching. They want you to get in the phone book and fight, and he gave them their money's worth and took a lot more punches than he should have probably in this fight if he just used his height and reach. But I'm sure he got a lot more fans out of it, and that's most important. The money. And he certainly earned his credit tonight. Nice workman-like effort in this 10-round decision over a game bias who came to fight and was just outclassed. He beat him in the phone book. It was really competitive when they were in the phone book, though. In the phone booth, though. Very competitive fight, went back and forth. But when he used his height and his jab and his reach, and he boxed and punched him, he beat him to death. So, undefeated. Ray Vargas still undefeated, moving on up. 35-0, 22 knockouts. Unanimous decision. Looked good tonight. He hasn't fought in 2.5 years. So the way he looked tonight was excellent, considering he has not fought in 2.5 years. He must have been in the gym a lot because he's in shape and he fought well and he didn't have any ring rust tonight. And he beat a game fighter in 10. There's no pushover in Baez. Not as good as the opening fight, but it was pretty good nonetheless. First fight was really good. Welcome to my stream. Vote in the poll. Type who you think's going to win. Let me know who you are in the comments. No sense in coming in if you ain't chopping it up with me. And like, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. It's free. Takes 3 seconds. I'm trying to get monetized. It's my 5th weekend on YouTube. 4th weekend on TikTok, which is showing me incredible love. TikTok has changed my life in the last 2 weeks. I'm now a TikTok guy. I never thought I'd say that a month or 2 ago. Didn't see that one coming. But that's how God moves, I guess. Elvis Rodriguez was the star in the prelim. The next fight is going to be Anthony Dorell versus Marcos Hernandez. This is 10 rounds in the super welterweight division. So this is 154. Anthony Dorell, Marcos Hernandez next. And then next is Canelo and Plant fighting for history. So we're one fight away after Dorell Hernandez at 154. Coming up next, they're building it as the co-main event. There's no co-main event in this. Canelo Alvarez is fighting in this fight. And that's kind of like when the weekend comes on to your song. When the weekend comes on your song, it's no longer your song anymore. It's the weekend song, no matter what. Remember that. And same with Canelo. There's no co-main event when Canelo's in the fight. Pacquiao's retired. When Drake comes on your song, it's a Drake song. When the weekend comes on your song, it's a weekend song. I don't care if they're featured. When they're on the song, it's their song. That's what happens. Caleb Plant getting his hands wrapped now backstage. Getting ready to come in here and get folded like a lawn chair, I believe, by Canelo within 7 to 11 rounds. Plant doesn't have the power to keep Canelo off of him. He's got a little boxing ability, no power in his punches. He can't keep Canelo off of him. There's going to be no respect. And this is going to end just like Billy Joe Sanders. Only the difference this time is Canelo's going to make history on 2 fronts. The first Mexican to ever win, be the undisputed champion in any division, 4 belts in any weight class in the modern era. And the first unified 168 champion in the history of the modern weight class. So he's going to make history on 2 fronts. And I think the first Mexican ever to win 4 belts in the modern era and be a unified champion ever is historically much more significant. Because there's only been 5 people that do that in the history of modern boxing. So if you're a Mexican fight fan, then this is your night to party. You should be feeling like I feel when I watch Tank Davis fights. Loving it. And I'm going to be doing the Tank Davis fight coming up too versus Pitbull. That's he's filling in for Romero, who caught some criminal cases or something and had to be pulled from the fight. So, and that's going to be in a couple weeks, and that's no pushover fight. One thing about Tank lately, he ain't been taking. He hasn't been ducking any fighters lately. He's been fighting some really good fighters lately. Pitbull is going to find out. We're going to find out what Pitbull's got in a few weeks. We're going to find out if he can take a punch. That's for sure. Welcome to my stream. Whoever's in it, vote on my poll. Let me know who you are. Type a comment in the comment section. Let me know who you are. Vote in the poll. And like and subscribe my channel. And hit the notification bell for future live stream boxing in the future. It's free. Takes 2 seconds. And I would appreciate that. I'm trying to get monetized. Their interview with Anthony Dorell. Talk about fighting Marcos Hernandez. To me, Anthony Dorell, a gatekeeper fighter now. Kind of, to me, I haven't been impressed with him lately. He was a spirited fight. He was spirited in the a lot of spirit in the fight versus Triple G, but he never, when he goes up against the top fighters, he never get over the hump. I still remember getting beat down by Benavidez at 168. That's in my mind. I actually think Benavidez is the best fighter in this division, including Canelo. So I actually think if Benitez fought Canelo, I would take Benavidez in that fight. Benavidez doesn't have a championship belt because he won his first belt, tested positive for cocaine, got his belt taken. Then he won another in 68 title fight. And then he didn't make weight in the Corona era. He came in too heavy, lost his belt on the scales. He's lost 2 championship belts at 168 because of cocaine and because of not making weight. And that's dedication questions to me. But his talent, Benavidez's talent, I think has enough to beat Canelo, actually. I would take Benavidez over Canelo. But dedication is important in boxing. Canelo is dedicated. He makes weight. He might have the tainted beef and the steroid thing going on, but he does make weight. Making weight is big to me. That's even bigger than the steroids to me. That's dedication. You're making this kind of money and you got this kind of money on the line and you can't even make weight. There's no excuse for that. None. If you can't make the weight, move up. But if you just ain't making it because you're doing cocaine and you're partying, that's his downfall. And that's why he's lost the 2 belts that he won, not in the ring, because of his own doing. Not making weight and doing coke. That's all his fault. His talent's there. Dedication, not so much. And that's Canelo's biggest advantage versus Benavidez if they end up fighting, and they probably will at some point. He's going to have to deal with Benavidez at some point. Canelo likes to pick and choose his people that he fights very well. He's got that Mayweather thing going on, the money-making way of doing things that he got from Mayweather. It's caused him to make $40 million tonight. Okay, so he's definitely doing that right. He's making more money than anybody else. Just like Money Mayweather did. But he's going to have to deal with Benavidez to me. Welcome to my stream, Mr. Mr. Sanchez, Jaime Sanchez. Welcome to my stream. Vote in the poll. Tell me who's going to win tonight. If you're joning on me about my glasses, I'll take that because you're nice enough to come through my channel. So if that's what you're talking about, they're very thick. I don't have the greatest eyes in the world. I have high-powered perception. Got Marcos Hernandez from Fresno, California. He's had 5 fights this year. Wait a minute now. He's had 5 fights in the last 2 years. He's got a win, a draw, split decision. He's got a loss, and a win decisions. So all his fights have been decisions. We'll see what he's got. I've never seen him fight. Dorell is good, not great. Every time he's had to step up, he couldn't quite get over the hump. He got beat down by Benitez and outworked by Triple G, even though he did have his moments, but he just can't get over the hump. And he's not to the point where if he ain't going to do it, he ain't going to do it. Because he's starting to become like Adrian Browner, a gatekeeper in the division. You got to get past him to get to the big guys kind of guy. He had the split draw versus Kyron Davis in his last fight, Anthony Dorell. He got the loss by KO versus Benitez. And a couple unanimous decisions over some people that were just nobodies. But in his last two big fights, he had the loss to Benavidez by KO and that draw with the majority draw with Davis, Kyron Davis. So we got Dorell in the ring in his Michigan State Spartan outfit, literally with the colors and the whole Spartan logo and gear on. So, okay. Okay, he's got all the Michigan State merch on. You see what school he's with. I'm rolling with the University of Missouri Tigers. I'm from St. Louis. I went to the University of Missouri. I'm a grad. I did live stream their game earlier. I wasn't expected to do much because Mizzou doesn't get much national appeal. But we do have Tyler Beatty, which is probably the best running back. And whether we win or lose, we always have the best uniforms. The University of Missouri Tigers, always the best uniforms, the black and the gold. Whether we win, lose, or draw, we're always looking fly with the black and gold Nike logos with our old school M. They look fresh today, getting beat down by Georgia. Stopped the stream in the third quarter. Couldn't take it anymore. But we did look great. So here we go. We got Marcus Hernandez and Dorell. And then we got history coming. We got Anthony the Dog Dorell, who is not a purebred pit. He's more of a mutt in this division than me. Sorry to say that. Mixed breed. It's not purebred. You got, where's the fight I want to show us? I can't show the actual fight, Sebastian. It violates YouTube's guidelines, which I follow. If you can find someone out there who's illegally broadcasting the fight on YouTube, by my pleasure to you. But this is my 5th week on YouTube. I'm not getting any YouTube strikes. I'm trying to do this the right way. So I can't show the fight. You can order it on pay-per-view, pay the money, find somebody who's legally streaming, watch it that way. That's on them, how they want to move in these YouTube streams. But I'm following the law and the regulations of YouTube. I got long-term plans for my channel. It's my 5th week. I appreciate that, Sebastian. It's funny you bring that up because TikTok, I've been up for 5 weeks on YouTube, thinking YouTube, I'm a YouTuber. I love YouTube. I'm on it all the time. I joined TikTok about 3 weeks ago, and TikTok has taken over my life. My TikTok are doing great, and I love TikTok, and it's taken over my life, and it happened in 3 weeks, and I didn't know it was coming. I'm not on TikTok all the time. I love it, and I love TikTok, and it's crazy to me how much love I've gotten in such a short amount of time on TikTok. When I first got on there, and it's just so fun, and it's down to earth, and it's real, and I love that. YouTube is a business, and it's run the right way with regulations. I'm definitely a Cowboys fan, Sebastian. Yes, sir. And you're going to have a great night tonight with Canelo making history. This should be a party for you because Canelo is going to make Mexican history. He's going to be the first Mexican to ever unify in the modern era. Only 5 have done it up to now. He'll be the first Mexican to ever do it. That's historic. And he's also going to be the first 168. Whoever wins this fight is going to be the first fighter to unify all 4 belts in the modern era also. So he's going to make history tonight on 2 fronts. So it's going to be a very, very good night if you're a Mexican boxing fan. For you, it's a party. It's your old night, I like to say. Enjoy it. I think it was supposed to be on Cinco de Mayo on the 5th of May, but it got pushed back to tonight. So your party's tonight. Have fun. Get your drink on. Get your smoke on. It's a party for you. History in the making. I respect Mexican fighters. I love to watch them. Their action. They got heart. Watch them. I love them. I love Dominican Republic. What do you call it? Puerto Rican fighters are also the same way. Love to watch Puerto Rican fighters fight Mexican fighters. Very entertaining. We had one in the opener that was really good here. And I'm just a pure boxing fan. But this is your night. So enjoy it. Have fun. I'm here for the history because I'm a boxing fan. I want to see the history. I respect Canelo's gangster, and I want to see history. And so that's why I'm here. And I'm here on all boxing cards, though. I'm here for casual boxing fans and hardcore boxing fans. I'm a hardcore boxing fan, 3 generation. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future fights, and like the video. It's free, takes a couple seconds. It's my my 5th week on YouTube, trying to go to channel and get monetized. So it takes 3 seconds. Please do that. I appreciate that. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit you with a wrench, and you can be a mod also. How about that? I need that. Let me see if I can do it. I should be able to accomplish it. I've been mods before, but I've never modded somebody. So let's see if I can do it. Yeah, here we go. If you're still there, Sebastian, type something in the comments. I want to see if that worked. See if it works. I think I got it done there. No problem. Appreciate that. Appreciate you coming through. This is a beginning. This is only my 5th week on here. And I'm trying the best I can on YouTube because I love YouTube. I'm a fanatic YouTube person. I'm starting to become a fanatic TikTok person. I didn't expect that when I started this journey. But that's life. The theater on the unexpected. TikTok is taking over my life. It's crazy. But I still love YouTube. I've started off, I'm a YouTube fanatic. I watch everything on YouTube. You're welcome. And have fun tonight. This is a party. I'm actually loving this, too, to be honest with you. I'm loving this as much as I did Canelo Fury, to be honest with you. That was a great fight. Great night of boxing. But this is just as big to me. Heavyweights always get more love than any other division. So whenever you're the heavyweight champion of the world, you're always on top of the world in boxing. It's the way it is, the way it's always going to be. But Fury couldn't hold Canelo's jockstrap in terms of a fighter. And I will. Thank you so much, Sebastian. I will definitely follow you on TikTok after I get off of this stream. I'm a feeling TikTok. Love TikTok now. It's crazy. I never thought this was going to happen. Life is crazy, though. You never know. You just got to follow your journey. So we got Anthony Dorell versus Mr. Hernandez here in the first round of 10. And then we're going to get to history in the making. Yes, I'm following my dreams. That's what I'm doing. I'm following what I love and my passion. And well, I understand that God has a plan, and I have to follow the signs God gives me because He knows what I don't know. And TikTok is that thing. TikTok is what God is taking me to. Yeah, they're fighting next. This is it. There are only 4 fights on this card because the pay-per-view portion of this card is only 4 fights because Canelo got $40 million to take this fight. So there wasn't much money left for a big pay-per-view card. There's only 4 fights. So you're not going to be waiting the midnight event. Yes, all the time. Yes, all the time. And he's showing me too. Boy, in so many ways. He really has shown me over the last year. I'm not good at doing this on this Chromebook, so I can't do that. I can do it. I think I can do it. I will figure it out. I could have did it. I could have added you, Sebastian, but it would have took too long. I'm talking to you, Sebastian. Facts. I didn't even look because I'm a boxing fanatic. I'm sure it's $100. I don't even care. I didn't care. It's boxing. I have to do it. I have to make too much history. It's one of those things historically. You probably could get a good price now, I guess, probably. They probably got it discounted down because they're one fight away from the main event. Don't help my channel, Sebastian, but it does help you. You probably come back and watch it on there and chop it up with me anyway. But they probably got a reduced rate now because it's one fight away. I guess I just when it's something like this big, this significant, it doesn't matter. At least for me. You definitely got your money's worth out that Fury Wilder card. That was good. The one on Showtime last week was excellent. It didn't have the marquee names in it, but the undercard has some really good fighters on it. So it was a good card last week, low key, on Showtime. And we got Dorell in here, Hernandez, trying to be aggressive. We'll see. If you can't beat Anthony Dorell, you're not going anywhere in this division. Because you can't beat him, you can't beat Canelo or Benavidez. So you're going to have to get past this to get to that. So we'll see what Mr. Hernandez has. I think they're just trying to. I'm going to say the Canelo fight. I'm going to go. Canelo's going to knock him out between the 7th and 11th. I don't think Plant is going to be nearly as effective as a lot of people think. Vegas agrees with me because going into this card, last time I looked, Canelo was a 12-1 favorite in Vegas. That's probably where I'd have it because Plant hasn't beaten anybody of name at 168. He's been kind of pampered and brought along by PBC. He hasn't been really. He doesn't have a signature win at 168. He can't punch hard. He has no power. He's going to walk right through him, just like he did Billy Joe Sanders, and that's what I think is going to happen in this fight. So I got all my money on Canelo tonight. I should actually put some money on it, but I don't gamble. But if I did, I would have put it on Canelo and made a little money back. And at the end of this night, shortly, in probably about 20, 25 minutes at the most, they say 10:30 with this fight. Mike Tyson's in the house here. Got Mike in here. Okay. Canelo is going to knock him out between the 7th and the 11th. Plant doesn't have the power to have Canelo to get Canelo's respect. He's going to walk right through him. And Canelo's methodical, so that's why I said 7 to 11. He'll feel him out, analyze him, and supersize him, and then start breaking him down. Plant will probably run. That's why I said 7 to 11. I don't think he'll stand his ground. I think he'll box and fight off his back foot, which will cause the fight to go a little longer than it should. And then eventually Canelo's going to walk him down and fold him like a lawn chair between 7 and 11, and then the party begins. He's the first Mexican to unify in the history of the modern era, all 4 belts, and will be the first unified champion in the history of modern boxing, the 4-belt era at 168 by the end of this night. And the first Mexican to do it, there's only been 5 fighters in history that have unified all 4 belts in the modern era. So that's a historically significant record that he's going to have. And also be the first unified champion in the history of the 168 division also in the modern era. But I think the only 5 fighters have unified for all 4 belts in the modern era, period. That's a hell of an accomplishment in boxing. And I would say probably he's the #1 Mexican boxer in history. I hear Julio Cesar Chavez knocking on my door wanting to talk to me about that, but that's where I'm at with it. He never got all 4 belts. Never unified. Never got all 4 belts. Neither has Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather, and Pretty Boy Floyd never got all 4 belts in the modern era. Yes, do that, please. Subscribe to the channel, Sebastian, if you haven't already. I don't remember now. But subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that. I don't expect this fight to end early. I don't expect this fight to end early. I think this is going to go 10 because all of Hernandez's fights have gone 10 lately, and Dorell is not really a power puncher either. And Hernandez looks aggressive enough. Thank you. And he's aggressive enough. Hernandez looks like he's aggressive enough to make it a fight and take it 10. That'll be my guess. Just from watching this, we're in the 3rd round, 51 seconds left. And a nice uppercut by Hernandez. He's definitely game. This is definitely a game fight. He's definitely here to fight. Dorell's here to fight. They're actually fighting more in this round, actually. It's starting to get better. Dorell with a left to the body. Dorell with a left to the body. Hernandez back with a left right to the body. Left right to the head. Dorell with a left to the body. Dorell with a gaucho left hook to the side of Hernandez. Dorell with 2 body punches. They're on the inside now. Fighting the inside battle, and it's getting aggressive now. It's getting to be a good fight. Good left hook by Hernandez to Dorell. Dorell with a left hook to the body comes back. And that's it that round. And now we got a fight. This is a fight now. This is a fight now. That round turned this into a fight. Hernandez with a left and a right. Dorell counters him with a left hook. Showing the highlights back. Dorell with a left and a right. Glancing blows didn't land. Then Hernandez with 3 jabs, 4 jabs, 5 jabs. Tries to throw a hook, uppercut, and missed. Dorell missed 2. The best fight parts of that round, they're not showing the highlights of. I guess they got what they got. Thank you for coming into my channel, whoever it is, voting the poll. Like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. 5 weeks in. Let me know who you are. And now, actually, tonight, let me know if you're here from TikTok. Because I got so many fans and people that are following, friends I'm meeting on TikTok. Appreciate that, Sebastian. Okay, we're in Dorell with an uppercut. And this is over. Dorell with an uppercut. Hernandez wants to get up. His legs are not letting him get up. He's up, though. He got up at 8. This over. Anthony Dorell with the knockout. Surprising. Somersaults in the ring. Gets him out of there, which is good news for everybody because the next fight is the main event. Dorell makes it a short night, surprisingly. Gets Hernandez out of there. That's his biggest win in quite a while, Anthony Dorell. That's a highlight reel knockout by Anthony Dorell. He's not known for those. And that uppercut from Anthony Dorell has ended this fight early. And that's surprising. That's the first time I've seen Anthony Dorell fold somebody. Where was all that at when he was fighting Benitez? Shit. See, that's why he can't get over the hump. He can do it versus, good fighters, average fighters. He can do it. When he gets in the ring, okay, I appreciate that, Sebastian. Thank you for letting me know because it's teaching me a lot. I'm in a YouTube school and I'm talking to creators, and it's been a wild experience over the last 4 or 5 weeks. Learning how to do things and things I've never done before. Cutting, editing videos and content and so much, but it's starting to pay off. It's only been 4 or 5 weeks, and TikTok has just took over everything. I I don't understand. I get up, I start going on YouTube, working on YouTube, and I end up with TikTok. And this TikTok is just always become big for me. I didn't even have TikTok when I first started this. And then all of a sudden now TikTok has become so big for me in my life. It's crazy. I love TikTok. Actually, I think TikTok is the future. I'm starting to see that. YouTube is the established, big boy on the block. Been there a while, but TikTok is the youth. It's the future. I like being in the future. I like being moving forward. I don't like looking back. I like moving forward. And TikTok is forward looking, forward thinking, down home and friendly, more intimate, more of a connection there between people. I can't believe that Anthony Dorell just landed that punch and just literally floored him. He's trying to get up, but his legs won't let him. He's shaking his hands. He's trying to move his legs, and they won't move. It's an uppercut on the button, folds Hernandez like a lawn chair. He collapses on the ground, and he looks completely hurt. His mind is telling him to get up, and he's trying with his arms to get up, but his legs won't let him get up. I just want to be good at it. I just want to be good at it, and I want to make money and support my daughter. She's 8. I got 3 boys and a girl. My boys are in their early 20s. They're grown and they're doing good. And my 8-year-old girl is the only girl I have. She's the youngest, and I've got to provide for her. So that's my motivation. So it's not fame. I don't want to be famous. I just want to make enough money and have fun and interact with people and enjoy life and take care of her. And that was the goal of my YouTube channel. And now YouTube, slow it's you got to be patient and do a lot of create, and you got to be busy. You got to work really hard, and things that make you have to spend time with and work really hard on are usually worth it. But TikTok is a newer thing. It's a more forward moving thing, and it's a more of an intimate relationship or connection with people, which we need more of. Positive connections with people, which we need more of. So they kind of fit together, actually, like peanut butter and jelly, really, kind of. But I never thought when this year started that I would love TikTok and be as much involved in it and spend so much time on it. It's actually taken over me. Crazy. And work a full-time job, 10 hours a day. So everything I do is like, I got so much time, not enough time in the day anymore. But I'm enjoying it. It's a labor of love. Yep. I don't mind working hard and working long, especially when I'm having fun. So it kind of captivates me. TikTok keeps me up at night, and so does YouTube. I've always been addicted to YouTube, but I'm starting to get addicted to TikTok. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Anthony the dog Dorell with an unbelievable knockout here tonight that I didn't expect coming, but I love it. He got it over with in 4, and now we're going to interview him and get ready for Canelo versus Plant. History in the making. It's the party. Should have been on Cinco de Mayo. It's postponed for a reason. I don't know what the reason was, but it's tonight. And we're going to have history being made tonight. Either way. Historically significant fight. Low key. I give a thanks to Anthony Dorell for getting this over with quick. I wanted that. I want to see the fight. I didn't think he was going to do that. I thought this was going to be a 10-round fight. But he's got it done quick. He ain't had a big win like that in a while. So he's still relevant. Are they trying to set up him versus Canelo next? Is that what they're trying to set up? Showtime produced PBC card. I don't know if they're trying to set up a Canelo Dorell fight next, which would probably be a nice money-making venture for Canelo. He likes to make money without having to take much risk. He's got that Money Mayweather thing going on. This would be a nice payday for him. Wouldn't be a bad fight. Pretty entertaining fight, actually. I think they're building up Dorell versus Canelo next for Canelo. PBC, Al Heyman, and Showtime are really trying to get Canelo on board. Canelo is wise. He's a free agent. He's doing his own thing. He's not locked into anybody. He go where he wants to go. Play both sides against the middle. He can do it all now. He's got that down to a T. He's got the Money Mayweather thing going. He got $40 million for this fight. And you might get another $40 million versus Dorell. And that's just money. Just that's hard. That's crazy. If he could get $40 million out of them for fighting Anthony Dorell, then he's officially the new Money Mayweather, because that's just a money grab. That's finessing the bag. That's just, he's got the money-making thing down to a T. Wouldn't be that bad of a fight. I would be very interested in seeing that fight, too, though. With his speed and his boxing ability, Canelo, that's kind of what you need to fight Canelo, actually. Would not be a bad fight. I would take Canelo. Every time he gets that opportunity, he doesn't cross over. That's been his history so far, Dorell. I don't think he has enough to beat Canelo. Only Benavidez has enough to beat Canelo at 168. And I'm not talking about Jamal Charlo, because he's not at 168. If he's going to continue to fight at 160, then I'm going to talk about him at 160. When he moves to 168, if he ever moves to 168, and I don't even know if he will, because he makes 160 so easy. There's really no reason to move to 168, actually, for him. So other than just money. So when he gets ready to, if he decides one day to move to 168, I'll talk about him. Other than that, I'm talking about people who are in 168 right now. That's Benavidez to Canelo. That's the fight everybody wants to see after this massacre of Plant tonight. And then the sacrificial lamb here tonight. This is a Mexican holiday, and Canelo is going to get his crown, and Plant is the turkey here on the table for Thanksgiving coming up shortly with my Cowboys. And early, we're serving up Plant for Canelo here. He doesn't know it. He's confident he's going to win. He's undefeated. All undefeated fighters think that way. He's had a belt. He's the IBF champion. He has a belt. He's defended it. He doesn't have a signature win at 168, but he has defended the belt. He is undefeated, and undefeated fighters don't think they can lose. So I'm sure he believes he's going to win this fight, because he's never lost. And the hardest fighter to beat is a fighter that has not lost. And he has not lost. So I expect him to come out thinking he's going to win until Canelo starts putting those punches on him to the body and head. And then I expect him to get on his back foot and try to box and get around that. And that's why I think it's not going to happen to the 7th through the 11th. But eventually, he's going to walk him down, chop him down, just like he did Billy Joe Sanders, really for the same reason. And he got $40 million for that. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's a good job business-wise and a good job in the ring. Canelo is so smart about his opponents. I don't think he would have even took this fight if he thought he had a chance of losing it, because he can make $40 million without having to take that risk. I think that's why he hasn't fought Benavidez yet. He can make $40 million a fight without fighting David Benavidez. If you're going to give him 40 to fight, why would he fight him? I would take Benavidez. But if you're going to give him 40 million to fight, why would he take the fight? He can finesse you out the bag. I would do the same thing if I was him. It's about getting the money. That's where you're fighting. Smart businessman. He learned a lot from that loss to Mayweather. Not just in the ring, but outside of it. Learned it's a business. He's a business, and he's handling his career that way. they're gonna pay you $40 million to fight these kind of fighters, then why would you take the other ones? Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say he just wants the money. It's just being smart. If they're willing to pay you $40 million to fight these fighters, then why would you fight Benavidez? Why would you take that risk? I would pick Benavidez in the fight. If he can wait, and if he ain't on coke, if he trains, I think he beats Canelo. Why would Canelo take that fight and take that risk when he can make $40 million off of these guys? If he could beat Plant for 40 and beat Dorell for 40, then why take the risk? That's Money Mayweather's playbook. It's not Pretty Boy Floyd's playbook, but it was definitely Money Mayweather's playbook, and it got him paid more than any boxer ever. But Caleb Plant is confident. They're doing the build-up now, so we're getting close to the ring walk. Man, Canelo's got a fly gold suit on there. Plant came in at 167, a pound under. Canelo, perfect weight, 168 on the nose. That's what you want. You want to come in at the exact weight. The goal of it is to come in exactly on weight. 168 even. That's the dedication that Canelo brings to boxing. He comes in 168 even. They're building up to it. They're about to do the ring walk. So basically they're showing commercials, promos, the promos that you see on YouTube building up to the fight. They're showing it now because the fighters are probably warming up in the dressing room, and whoever's coming in the ring with them are about to get ready. So they're getting ready to come into the ring. So it's stalling because it's showtime. And Showtime bringing his card on pay-per-view, so it's definitely Showtime. Oh my God, this shirt he's got on. Now he's got, first he had the white Dolce & Gabbana t-shirt on with the Mexican flag and the colors of gold. Now Canelo's got the gold, probably Dolce & Gabbana shirt, silk shirt, dress shirt. And where the pocket would be is the Mexican flag colors. That's hot. That's hot. Whoa, nice shirt. I want both of those shirts. And I'm not Mexican, but I want both of those shirts because those shirts are fly. And I know I can't afford Dolce & Gabbana. I can't even afford to look through the window of Dolce & Gabbana. So here we go. Canelo Alvarez and Plant getting ready to come in the ring. Getting ready to ring walk. Coming shortly to ring walk. Any second now. Oh my God. If you see these shirts, and you will, after this is over with, you're going to see these shirts. And you're going to see these out. This, I want to know where he's getting. Well, I can't even afford them, but maybe somebody on the street can make a bootleg version of this. Yes, he's got the drip on with the flag, the Mexican flag, with the silver shirt up, and with the silk shirt with the gold with the Mexican flag, and then. Maybe somebody in the hood can make a bootleg version of this. I will wear that. I'm not Mexican. I can wear that. I can speak a little poquito español and maybe get away with it. Not long, though. Okay, we got Felipe Romero singing the Mexican national anthem, I guess. Oh, my God. Canelo with the gold trunks. The gold is his theme tonight. He got the gold and white trunks that match the shirt, the t-shirt, and the dress shirt. He's color coordinated with the gold and the white and the Mexican flag. That's what he's rocking tonight all the way around. This crowd is majority Mexican crowd. We're in Vegas and they're holding up and raising the Mexican flag in Vegas. There's a majority Mexican crowd. His corner men have the Dolce & Gabbana gold and white on. Does he have a deal with Dolce & Gabbana? Yes, sir, Sebastian. I took that. I understand. And this is your night. It's a celebration night. They are really chilling. The crowd is Got the Mexican flags up. They're all partying, having fun. This is like Cinco de Mayo 2, I guess, going down tonight here. It should have been on Cinco de Mayo. Postponed, had a plan, and now you get another party. You get two for the price of one going right now. They got some fly Dolce Gabbana outfits on as cornermen. Man, okay. Mexican flags everywhere in Vegas in the crowd. No wonder that one guy was fighting so hard. We got the American national anthem coming up. We got Joyce Rice about to sing. She's a really pretty black girl, light skin, singing the national anthem. Very pretty, pretty girl. Oh, never heard of her. Joyce Rice. Wow. The American fighter is going down tonight, but Joyce is definitely a very beautiful brown, caramel to light skinned black woman with nice hair and a beautiful face and a soft voice and beautiful eyes. Jesus. I would love to hear that voice in my ear in the middle of the night, early in the morning. I'm gonna have to check her out after this is over with. I've never heard of her. I guess she knows somebody if she's here tonight. Maybe it's Al Heyman's side piece. I don't know. Oh, it's Sebastian. It's always my night when there's a great card, a boxing card. I love the Canelo. I mean, excuse me. I love the Wilder Fury fight. I love that fight. One of the best fights I've ever seen. And then we got Tank Davis versus Pitbull coming up. Seems like all the best boxing cards have come at the end of this year. It seems like the first part of this year, not much. And then after that, in the fall hit and everything starts happening. It's all these big fights are happening now. It's like boxing took a break there, and then, well, maybe letting Corona get out of the way first before they did all this, you know? And maybe so all of a sudden now all these fights are coming up back to back. It's like every other week now there's something big going on. Got Tank Davis and one of my favorite fighters, Tank Davis. And Pitbull was supposed to be Rolly Romero, but Rolly caused some criminal cases and apparently had to be pulled from the fight. But the Romero, I mean the Pitbull choice is a nice choice. That's a very dangerous fight for Tank. Very dangerous fight. You know, normally fighters on Tank's level don't take on young fighters that are that much of a threat that people don't know about. They wait for them to get a name up. I'm surprised. We got Caleb Plant here. Got one TKO win since 2018. Of his wins, only one KO since 18. He does not have a signature win in my book yet at 168. I think he's been pampered and brought along and spoiled by Heyman, PBC, and Showtime. Probably got paid a little bit of change in this fight because he's definitely loyal to their platforms. But he's a sacrificial lamb tonight. He's a sacrificial lamb. He's the Thanksgiving turkey on this Mexican holiday. He's the sacrificial lamb, literally. They're about to ring walk it now. I'm interested to see this ring walk. The crowd is silent all of a sudden, waiting in anticipation. They just got silent, waiting. They're just waiting for this. And now they're going crazy a little bit because here it goes. You're about to get it on. It's time for Canelo Alvarez versus Plant. History will be made tonight. No doubt about that. If Plant wins, he's the first unified champion, all four belts at 168 in the history of the modern boxing. And of course, Canelo, not only that, if he wins, but the first Mexican fighter ever to win all four belts undisputed in the modern era. And there have only been 5 up to now. That's a big achievement, an achievement that Julio Cesar Chavez never did. It's an achievement that Oscar De La Hoya never did. It's an achievement that Floyd Mayweather never did. It's an achievement that that what is his name? Roy Jones never did. It's an achievement that Wilder never did. That the only 5 fighters have ever done this. So this is a historic achievement for him tonight. Is it his biggest achievement? Probably. Sweet Hands, Caleb Plant about to come in the ring, and it's a good name for him because he has no punching power. His hands definitely are not hands of stone. They are definitely sweet hands because he's a boxer, but not much punch. He throws arm punches a lot of times to me. I see very amateurish arm punches a lot of times in fights, particularly when he gets tired. After the 6th, 7th round, that's when he starts getting tired and starts the arm punching. And that's not going to work versus Canelo. If you beat Canelo, you're going to have to be a good boxer puncher or a great boxer, or you're going to have firepower like Benavidez has. Here comes Caleb Plant in the ring with a rapper. The music is so loud, you can't even hear what he's saying. Got the American flags up. He's got big American flags up, coming in a WWF style ring setup. I can't tell who this rapper is. The music is so loud behind him, I can't even hear what he's saying. And the ring setup looks like WWF. It's American flags, and it's like a lot of colors and bright lights, like a WWF entrance. And the music is so loud, I can't even hear it. And Caleb Plant is standing in front of him. The cameraman is doing a bad job because he's standing in front of the rapper, and you can't see who that is. Is that who I think it is in the crowd? Caleb Plant has got a very, very beautiful, looks like black wife, and she's very beautiful, brown skin girl. I want to see that girl again. I thought she was a singer or somebody famous or something, the way she looked, but that's his wife. Not bad, Caleb. You might get knocked out tonight, but you're going home with a check and you got something waiting on you. So he ain't doing bad. Don't cry for him. He might be sore tomorrow, but he got somebody that can help him with it. We got Caleb Plant coming in the ring. He's dressed in white. He's got a cap on. They're booing Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant's from Tennessee. He now lives in Vegas. He's got a country kind of Tennessee kind of hat on. Looks like he's about to go fishing, a hunting hat on here. Don't look like he got the money level he's working with for his outfit that Canelo has. That's for sure. It's just, you can tell who got $40 million by the outfits that they have on tonight. Because Killer Plant didn't get him $40 million for this fight. That's for sure. Now we're waiting for the Canelo entrance. The Canelo entrance. This is gonna be big. This entrance is gonna be big. Caleb Plant's outfit looks like he went to Walmart and he went to the cheapest boxing store possible to get his outfit. And he went to he went to like a outdoor shop and got a hat like he's about to go fishing. And you got Canelo coming to the ring, $40 million in hand, and I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna be draped in Dolce & Gabbana coming to the ring with Mexican flags. This is gonna be big. Obviously, they got the bag and they went straight to the Dolce & Gabbana store and filled the bag, filled up the cars with it. Okay, he's got his WWF thing, but it's a little smaller, more intimate. He's got the Mexican colors kind of going with it. He's got a Mexican singer singing in Mexican. I'm not good enough in my Espanol to know what he's saying. He's got long hair, and thanks to this Showtime's card, they're not even showing the name of him. They're not doing a very good job with this ring thing. The camera people at Showtime need an F for this. They're not throwing people's names up. They're not even letting you know who the people are. And here comes Canelo Alvarez in a gold and white Dolce & Gabbana robe, kind of like modern look with his name in the Mexican flag colors. It's Dolce & Gabbana. His name and the Mexican flag colors is gold and white, which is their theme tonight. And that is nice too. And I would buy that also. He's got merch for sale, probably. That's what's going on here. I guess him and Dolce may have a deal together, I'm imagine. Canelo is a businessman. He's the best businessman boxer since Floyd Money Mayweather. And I think he has a deal with Dolce. He's probably getting a check from them too. He's probably getting this for free. I thought he spent his money on it. I'm starting to think he got this for free. He's got a deal with Dolce. And that's a beautiful role. They did a great job with his stuff. Man, I wish I had money. I'd go buy me some Dolce. Manam is the singer. Manam. I don't know who that is. Manam. Canelo's wife his wife, he was married earlier this year. This man is very proud of his Mexican heritage. You can see that he is very proud of his Mexican heritage, and it matters to him. And he got the Mexican flag. They're waving their flag proudly. His crew is deep too. He's got like 40 people with him with the Mexican flag. He's rolling deep with like 40-man squad. And he's got the crowd behind him. He's got a 40-deep entourage. And all of his cornermen, they got Dolce on too. They're doing it up big and stylish tonight. Classy. Canelo's coronation. I'm a big Wire fan. And Canelo is getting the crown tonight. He's Marlo Stanfield getting the crown tonight. He's being crowned. To me, he's being crowned best Mexican fight ever. I think Mexican people would have a better impression of who they think is their best than me. That's their call to call on that. It's your all's call to call who you think is the best ever for Mexican fighters. For me, this is a fight fan. I have to say, no Mexican fighter has ever done this before. And by definition, and there's so many great fighters that have never done this before. Hall of Fame fighters that have never done this. Only 5 fighters in history have won all 4 belts and unified in a division. That speaks to something. This is historically significant for him. And I would say because he's the only one at a very short amount of time, probably inside of an hour, he's going to be the first Mexican to ever unify in the modern era. Money Mayweather never did it. Roy Jones never did it. Oscar De Hoya never did it. Julio Cesar Chavez never did it. So many Hall of Fame great fighters have never done this. And I don't think Plant has a chance. He's not even in his league. He hasn't even had a win, a significant win as a champion or even in the division. But he is a house fighter for PBC and very loyal to PBC and Showtime and El Heyman. And so he gets his check. He's been picked to be the sacrificial lamb, and he doesn't even know it because he's undefeated. Undefeated fighters never think they're going to lose. And he believes he's going to win. And I believe if you hooked him up to a lot of technical tests, he'd pass. He's never lost. Why would he think he's going to lose? Canelo's got 3 belts coming into this. He's got the WBA, the WBC, and WBO belts. Caleb Plant has the IBF belt. That's the only one Plant doesn't have. Plant has the IBF belt. That's the only one Canelo doesn't have. Canelo's 31. Plant's 29. Age is not an issue here. Canelo is going to take this 4th belt. He's going to have the WBA, WBC, WBO, and IBF belt all around his waist at the same time, probably in less than an hour. That's where we're at. Welcome to my stream. Whoever's in here, please vote in the poll. Type a comment in the chat. Let me know you're in here, who you're voting for. How you doing, J-Day? Day, welcome to my channel. I believe Canelo is going to knock him out with between 7 and 11 because I think Canelo is going to Plant is going to get on his back foot and take it to the 7th or 11th. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, and like the video. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell. It's my 5th week on YouTube. I do all the boxing fights for Canelo, for casual fans and non-casual fans. It's only my 5th week. It takes 3 seconds. It's free. Helps me get monetized and bring you more boxing live streams like this one. Here we go. 12 rounds of boxing. For the undisputed 168 super middleweight champion of the world. There's never been a unified fighter champion at 168. And we're about to see it now. Appreciate that, Sebastian. Welcome in, Christian. Here to do some Plant with his IBF belt that is going to be around Canelo's waist in less than an hour. He's 21-0, 12 knockouts, nicknamed Sweet Hands, and he has no boxing punch. That's a good name for him because he can't punch a lick. He's a boxer, got a little speed, got a lot of attitude, very confident, hasn't lost. But he also hasn't beat anybody of significance at 168. So this is his first big test. Sweet Hands Caleb Plant in his first big test of his career, taking on a future Hall of Famer tonight in Canelo. So we're going to find out what he's about. Canelo with the Mexican flag. He's got all 3 belts behind him. His whole crew, his training crew, is draped in Dolce & Gabbana white and gold tracksuits, which are fly. Everybody's got on Dolce & Gabbana tracksuits like they're, well, they look like high-level drug dealers. Because it's too flat, it's not conservative enough. It's too stylish to be conservative. It's just too stylish. It's just moneyed style. They are clean as could be here. I don't think I've ever seen an entourage or training staff that's ever had this kind of drip on in a fight ever. Here we go. Crowd is eagerly anticipating this fight. It's a coronation. VV, I can't show the act. It's on pay-per-view. This is a pay-per-view card. Canelo got $40 million for this fight. So it's on pay-per-view. Probably over $100-some. I didn't even look. It's worth it to me. It's history. I'm a big boxing fan. I'm very much 3 generations of boxing fans. This is boxing history, and I'm alive to see it. It's worth it. Here we go. First round. We got Canelo coming out in his normal stance. Plant trying to box him. Throws a couple of jabs. Feinting. Short, fast hands. Caleb Plant. Fast hands. Jab landing. But keeping Canelo off of him at least. Canelo, first round, usually fills his opponents out. So that was one of the reasons why I said 7-11. Wants to see what you got. He's a veteran fighter now. Plant trying to throw jabs. He's not landing them, but it's keeping Canelo from at least landing on him. He's got this distance at least that he wants at this point. That's because Canelo's letting him have that distance. He's filling him out. Canelo in the high guard, getting doesn't look like he's that warmed up. Plant looks like he's been warming up significantly. Canelo doesn't look like he's that warmed up. Either that or they Alexis, I can't show the actual fight. It violates YouTube's laws and guidelines. It's copyrighted material. This is my 5th week on YouTube. I'm in it for the long term. I'm trying to get monetized, get to 1,000 subscribers so I can take care of my family and my daughter. She's 8. So I can't risk that and get copyright strikes against me. If you find J-Day, the fight is a pay-per-view event. If you find a YouTuber out here that doesn't care about having a career, is willing to take a risk on getting a strike and getting kicked off YouTube, more power to you. I'm not that guy. I'm in it for the long haul. Long haul. So you'll see it probably back on Showtime next week. But tonight, I'm your eyes and ears, and here's Canelo tuning it up. He's coming forward now. I think he's downloaded enough. We got a nice jab by Plant there that did land. That's his first punch that actually landed. It was a jab. He's moving, which is what you're going to have to do with Canelo, if he's going to have to do, rather. He doesn't have a power punch. He doesn't have any power. See, Plant tires. He gets tired later in fights. And Canelo probably already knows that. So he's letting Canelo is letting Plant be active, use up some energy. He's landed one good jab, but the rest have missed. There's a couple body punches by Canelo. Canelo's fighting a smart fight. He's letting Plant exert a lot of energy without landing any punches. Then we got a left and the right by Canelo that both land. The first time he actually tried to hit him, really, he landed both of them. Another hook to the body by Canelo, and that's the round. So if I was going to score this round, I guess I'll score it the old-fashioned way. Canelo Plant. That was a feel-out round. Plant threw more punches. His landing percentage was low, but he did land a few. Canelo landed a couple punches in that round, but because of the activity, I'm going to give that to Plant because Canelo was basically filling him out, and I'm not going to let him get that round because Plant threw way more punches than him, landed not many, but more, enough to win the round. I'll give that to Plant. I'll give him that round. So I got 10-9 Plant with that round because Canelo basically was filling him out until the end of the round. And that's important because at the end of the round, he started coming forward. I think he kind of figured it out, what he wanted to do after the first minute and a half or 2 minutes. Now we got the second round. Plant not running, standing there, trying to throw jabs. They're not landing. He's just basically touching them. Canelo avoiding the jabs, good defense, moving his head from side to side. The jabs aren't landing because he's using good defense. He's walking Plant down like I thought. And Plant is starting to get on his back foot already. Got two good uppercuts by Canelo to Plant. Plant gets away from the break. Canelo coming forward. Plant not throwing the jab. He's fighting defensively on his back foot. There's two hooks by Canelo. And Plant spins out, spins out of the way. Nice left hook by Plant. Best punch of the fight for Plant was that left hook right there. There's a left hook from Canelo that misses after a body punch. Good punch by Plant right there. We got 1:43 left in this round, halfway through the round. I would give that first minute and a half to Plant because of that left hook. His best punch of the fight. Up to then, they were just kind of going back and forth. There's a nice left hook to the body by Canelo. The gaucho left hook to the body. Canelo Plant gets out the way. He's moving side to side, trying to avoid that. Another left hook by Canelo. And Plant, another two double jab by Canelo. He's starting to touch him now. Plant moving. He's throwing arm punches and moving. Nice body punch by Canelo. And he followed it up with another right to keep Plant from trying to get out that side. Plant tried to get out of there, and he caught him with a punch and made him go the other direction. Another left hook to the body by Canelo. Canelo taking over the second half of this fight. Plant with a nice jab and a nice left hook to the body. Canelo with a nice punch. Grazy punch to the head. Two punches by Canelo. Plant tries to escape. His plan is to escape either left or right with Canelo plants his feet and tries to punch. That's a smart game plan. Some weak jabs by Plant. That probably will be the game plan. Left hook to the body by Canelo, right to the head by Canelo. There's a hook by Canelo. Plant gets out to his left. Tries to throw some jabs, they miss. Canelo's taking this. That's Canelo round. Okay, so that's Canelo 10-9. Just kind of showing some stuff. Canelo's doing what he does. He's trying to plant his feet, throw hard punches. Game plan from Plant is to try to either escape left to right. I appreciate that, Sebastian. It's going to take a little time, but I'm going to try to. I appreciate the love. I'm getting a lot of love from TikTok, so they're keeping me, motivated because of the love I'm getting off of TikTok. Is keeping me motivated to do the long, hard fight with building it up YouTube. I'm doing pretty good for 5 weeks, though. I appreciate that, Sebastian. So we got this fight. I've got it even after 2 rounds. I've got it 19 apiece. 19 apiece after 2 rounds. First one I gave to Plant because of inactivity, more so by Canelo. Second round, second half of that fight by Canelo. Canelo taking over. Won the second round, last half of that round. Okay, we're in the third round now. Plant versus Alvarez for the undisputed 168 title. Plant throwing combinations, not landing hard, but he's letting his hands go at least. Trying to use the jab, he's not committing to the jab. He's just pawing it. He's pawing it. He's not throwing it. He's just not committing to the jab. If you're going to throw a jab, you got to commit to the jab. You can't do it halfway. You can't do anything in life halfway. And he's halfway with his jab. He's just not committing to it. And now we got Plant on his back foot, moving side to side, fighting very defensively. The crowd does not like that. This is a Mexican crowd, majority. They do not like that style of fighting at all. He's fighting defensively on his back foot, moving left and right, trying not to let Canelo plant his feet. Canelo being very patient with the left and the right to the body by Canelo. and Plant spins out to his right. Left in the back, left hook to the body by Canelo, and Plant spins out to his left. Canelo tries to catch him with a two-punch combination, held it back as Plant was running. Plant with two jabs, they're weak, but they did land with nothing really on them. No commitment to it. They landed, but they just touched him. Nothing to bother Canelo. A pat on the back is not going to the head is not going to stop Canelo from coming in on him. Canelo with a right hand to the body. Plant being active, tries to land, misses. Plant retreating, giving ground, trying to jab. Nice right hand by Plant. No power behind it. Canelo walked right through it. He's on top of him now, pressing him, making the fight. Clearly the aggressor. Plant fighting defensively off his back foot, moving side to side, trying to box him. Very defensive. You're not going to win rounds like that. You're definitely not going to win rounds in Vegas with a mostly Mexican crowd like that. Left to the body by Canelo, misses with the right because Plant got out to his left. When Canelo plants his feet and throws punches, Plant's response is to move left or right, which is smart, actually, and get out of there. But he's got to commit to his punches to win this fight. He might survive, but he's not going to win the fight that way. He's fighting to survive, not win. Left and right by Canelo. The ref came in to break them, but he didn't have to because Canelo broke it with a left and a right. Okay, the Plant with a hook that misses. And that's the end of round 3. And that is a Canelo round again. Plant defensively on his back foot, not throwing punches. Canelo making the fight as the aggressor clearly. So that's going to give Canelo 29 and Plant 28. And we're heading into the 4th round now of this fight. I've got Canelo up 2 rounds to 1, 29-28. In this historic fight. I'll see you next time, Sebastian, hopefully, God willing. Appreciate you coming through. Got 2 people with me in the stream. Let me know who you are. Vote in the poll. Type a comment who you think's going to win, or just let me know who you are. We got 16,500 sold out crowd in Vegas for this fight. Plant comes out with a left right to the body, solid punches. About the 3rd or 4th solid punch he's thrown in this fight. It's not good. We're in the 4th. And he's still under 5 solid punches to me. But those were solid punches, though. Canelo stalking, cutting off the ring, trying to break him down. Plant with 2 jabs that miss. Canelo with a jab. Okay, here we go. Canelo with jabs now. That surprise Plant. Canelo with a couple of jabs right there. Plant trying to sit down on his punches war, not run as much. The crowd, his corner must have told him that. Left hook to the body from Canelo. Plant now still fighting very defensively. Very defensively on his back foot, moving side to side, giving ground, giving up real estate. 2 weak punches, and Canelo touches him twice to the body, once to the head. He's got Plant in the corner. Solid 3 or 4 punch combination in the corner by Canelo. Plant gets out of there to the right. Left to the left that time. I can't keep up with him. He's going left or right every time he does that. Nice left hook to the body by Canelo. Left hook to the head by Canelo. Plant trying to paw with the jab, parry with the jab. Nothing on it. Nothing lands. Tries to throw a right hand. Nothing on it. Miss. Canelo with the right to the head. Plant escapes to his right. He got out of there. He wants no part of being in the phone book with Canelo Alvarez. Left right by Canelo. Another right hand jab by Canelo. Got a jab by Plant that might have connected or hit his glove. A hook by Canelo, followed by a right hand that missed by Canelo. 1 minute left in this round. Canelo with a left right. Home run shot that missed there. Tried to send it home early by Canelo, missed. Plant trying to stand his ground a little bit more. Canelo with 2 body punches. Canelo with another body punch. Canelo with another body punch. Plant trying to stand his ground a little more. I'm starting to think that he's not trying to be brave. I'm thinking he's doing this because he's tiring already. Plant with 2 lefts, rights. They're weak. 2-punch combination, left and the right. Weak punches, arm punches. Canelo trying to close the distance. Jab, nice jab. Big hook by Plant. Plant took it well, but it was nice hook by Canelo. Biggest fighter punch of this round. 10 seconds in this round. Canelo round. Plant not running as much, but still on his back foot. And that is the 4th, and that's the Canelo round. It's in the round. You got it 39-37 now. 2 rounds to, well, excuse me. Hold on. My math is wrong now. 39-37. So okay, hold on. I see what my problem was. All right, so I got Canelo up by 3 rounds. I got Canelo up by 3 rounds. So okay, I got Canelo up 3 rounds to 1. Going into the 5th round. Here we go. What's going on, Sebastian? Okay, we got we're in the 5th round of the 12th round fight. I got Canelo up 3 rounds to 1 going into this round. And Plant trying to fight back a little bit more here. Not being effective, but he's not running. Canelo's not throwing as many punches so far in the first round. He's doing that veteran thing, kind of taking the first round and then coming on the last 2 rounds. Veterans do that. He's left and right to the body back Canelo. Another left to the body back Canelo. Might have been a little low. The ref gives him a mild warning to keep him up. That was borderline to me. Plant's not really tripping off of it. I didn't really think it was low. It was a borderline punch. Plant's chunks are up really high. So I don't know why he warned him then. Anything on the belt should be legal. Left hook by Canelo. Plant backs him up with a right a jab. Hook to the body, the lands by Canelo. Right to the head misses, but another hook to the body and another hook to the body and another hook. His left hand is really landing on Canelo. I mean, on Plant. Canelo's left hand really landing. He's missing with the right because Plant's trying to roll with the right and trying to stay away from the right, but he's walking into the left. There's 3 or 4 good left hands. Canelo with a nice body shot and a nice right hand that grazes but then lands flush. But the body punches, the left hand shots are really working. Plant is trying to avoid the right hand so much that he's leaving himself open for the left, and Canelo's taking advantage of that. Left to the body by Plant. Got a left to the body by Canelo. It wasn't very hard. He hits him behind the head. The ref doesn't see it. He's behind him. Kind of like a wrestling move there. The ref couldn't see that. Crowd cheering Canelo on. Chanting Canelo's name. Cheering him on. Canelo responds with a left to the body. Plant gets out of there. Another left to the body. Grazing head. Punch by Canelo because Plant was on the run again, getting out of there. And that round's over. And so that's another Canelo round to the 9. So I was looking at 49-46 there on my count. 4-1 by Canelo. It was on the belt line. The punch was. I wouldn't have said anything about that punch. Canelo with the stepping in with the left hook to the head. Plant was on the move, getting out of there, so it didn't land as flush as it would have landed if he had been standing there. Plant tries to back him up in the highlights, but it didn't land. Eddie Reynoso draped out in Dolce & Gabbana drip, giving Canelo instructions, his trainer. And we got the 6th round on the way in this historic 168 unification title fight between Canelo and Plant. The fight's a pay-per-view fight, Overflow. I can't show the fight live on here. It violates YouTube's rules and regulations against copyrighted material. It's a pay-per-view fight. If you want to order it, you maybe can still order it now. Probably reduced down. Canelo with left, right to the body. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait for it to come on Showtime next week, probably. We got a left, right to the head by Canelo on this historic championship night. Canelo starting to press the action now more, much more aggressive in this 6th round. Canelo, he's turning it up. I said 7-11. He get him out of there. Canelo starting to press him. Nice left hook. He's turning the press ratio up on Plant in this round. Much more aggressive Canelo in this round, and it's only half over. Nice left hand to the body. Canelo's throwing money punches now. He's left, nice right hand to the head of Plant. Plant's getting defensive on his back foot. He's got his in the high guard now. Plant's in the high guard. Left, right from Canelo to the head, jarring his jaw. Canelo's starting to do damage now. Left hook to the body from Canelo. He's got Plant in the corner. Chopping right hand by Canelo to Plant's head. Plant escapes to the right. The crowd's starting to anticipate. They're starting to stand up. They're starting to think this is what it's going to be. They're starting to think this is going to be it. The crowd's starting to rise up. Canelo's getting more aggressive. He's landing solidly on Plant in this round. Great left hook by Canelo to Plant's head. It grazed him, but it was a solid punch. Plant took it well. He escapes to the right. He's defensively on his back foot, moving left and right. Moving Canelo with a solid left and the right. Another left hand by Canelo, a right hand by Canelo. Touching him. One of the best rounds. Yeah, this is Canelo's best round of the fight. 35 seconds left. The tide's turning. Canelo putting pressure on him in this. He's turned the press ratio up, landed solidly. Another left hook hand by Canelo to Plant's head. Plant's moving, trying to get out of the way, back-footed, fighting defensively, trying to survive now in this round. This is why I said 7-11, probably the knockout, because he would be doing what he's doing now. He's throwing weak jabs, but he's moving defensively backwards on his back foot, circling. David, I can't show the fight. It violates YouTube's guidelines. It's illegal. I'm not trying to get any copyright strikes in my 5th week as a YouTuber. Sorry. I got an 8-year-old girl and 3 boys, 3 baby mamas. I can't afford it. Good job, Sebastian. I guess. I got my mind here getting a little irritated with the same questions over and over again. They're going to ask him. They're always going to ask. I don't know if he's trolling or if he's serious. Nice left hand to the face by Canelo to Plant's head. He took it well. Plant did. I mean, he didn't have all of his power behind it. And Canelo was trying to move away, but it was solid. The best punch of the fight. That round goes to Canelo. Canelo is standing in the corner. He's up 59-55 now. I got it 5-1 for Canelo in this fight in regular English. And I don't think that he's going to make it through this fight, Plant, because he's going to have to fight back. He's no way he's going to be able to try to do what he's trying to do now. Not tonight, not with this Canelo, not on a night like this. Canelo pressing him with the Dolce & Gabbana trunks with the gold and the white trim and the fly boxing gold and white Dolce & Gabbana boxing shoes. I just noticed that. He's got these Dolce & Gabbana white with gold trim boxing shoes that must have been specially made for him. So I'm pretty sure Dolce & Gabbana doesn't make boxing shoes. So these are some special made Dolce & Gabbana shoes, boxing shoes that Canelo has on. Fly, by the way. Big left hook and right hand back Canelo got Plant in the corner. Left to the body, left to left, right to the body back Canelo in the corner. A Plant runs. He gets out of there, moves to his left, gets out of harm. Another jab by Canelo. Plant standing there on the phone booth doing a pretty good defensive job. He's showing good defensive skills, Plant. He's a good defensive skill fighter. Nice left hook by Canelo to the body. 2 weak jabs by Plant. Another third weak jab by Plant. Another weak jab. Canelo misses with the haymaker right hand. Trying to send the crown home early. Missed. 2 left hook, double left hook by Canelo. Plant ties him up. Comes back with a left hook. Right hand by Plant. Plant standing there holding his ground now. I think he realized he's lost a lot of these rounds. He's trying to stand his ground now. Canelo on the ropes. First time I've seen Canelo on the ropes. Canelo on the ropes. Looks like he's trying to get his breath, honestly. Got his hands down in the corner on the ropes. Trying to get his breath, I guess. Plant actually the aggressor at this point. Plant not landing anything, but standing there, flat-footed, not running, trying to make the fight. Nice. The crowd's kind of booing a little bit because Canelo's in the corner with his high guard up. He's kind of getting his breath. Nice jab by Plant. Canelo now got his breath. He's coming forward again. I think the whole idea was Canelo was taking a little break there to get his breath. And Plant should have took advantage of that, but he didn't. But he is winning the round, I think. Canelo with a left to the body. Another jab by Canelo. Canelo, another left and a right. I think he's trying to steal it like a veteran at the end here of the round. He's doing the whole Ali thing. Nice left hook by Canelo. That's the round. Even though that was the best punch of the round, that left hook by Canelo, I'm not going to ignore the fact that Plant was the aggressor in that round and Canelo took that round off. I'm not going to give him that veteran thing that Ali pulled off. I'm not giving him that. So I'm going to get at the Plant. That's that veteran Ali move. You just try to steal the end of the round, take it off. I'm not doing that. Okay, so we're going to go 68 to 65 now. And we're going to go 5-2 in rounds. I'm giving that one to Plant because he was more active, threw many more punches, and because Canelo basically took most of that round off and tried to steal it at the end. I'm not going to let him do that. Some judges are affected by that, and they can pull it off. Especially when you're a named fighter like Canelo. You can win rounds like that. But I'm not going to do that. I saw Ali win too many fights against Norton doing that, where Norton was throwing more punches and Ali would get the decision. 2 left hands by Canelo to start this round. He's not taking this. We're in the 8th round. We're in that window. Canelo will get him out of here. 7-11. Canelo pressing, coming forward. Left, right to the head by Canelo. Another left hand to the body by Canelo. And Plant ties him up. Oh, solid left hook by Canelo to Plant's jaw. Plant took it well. He rolled with it. Plant's a good defensive fighter. He rolled with that punch and took some of the steam off of that right hand for Canelo right there. He's showing to be a good defensive fighter. Not much offense. Plant back on his back foot again, trying to jab with Canelo. Back on his back foot again. defensively, moving into the corner. Solid left rights to the head. Back Canelo, left hook, jab, back Canelo. Backs him even further into the corner. Plant back into the center of the ring now, where he needs to be. Plant tries to jab Canelo. They might have landed. I couldn't tell. There's not much power on him. Nice left hook to the body by Canelo. Plant's not being overmatched in this fight. He's just being beat. He's fighting defensively. He's trying to survive, to me. He's not trying to win yet. Nice left hook to the body by Plant. This is the second nice solid shot I've seen in this fight from Plant. Nice Plant left hand to the body by Plant. Couple of jabs by Plant. He's moving left and right, boxing. His strategy is excellent. He just needs to sit down and let his hands go more to actually win the rounds. There's a difference between surviving and winning. He's surviving, but he's not winning. You can't win a championship this way. Canelo, left, right to the body. Plant runs, gets out of there, moves to his left. Nice left hook by Canelo to the body. Solid gaucho to the body by Canelo with the left hand. The left hand is carrying this fight for him so far. Since Canelo is Plant is intentionally trying to avoid the right, it's allowing Canelo to dominate the fight with the left. Nice. Well, that was another rabbit punch to the back of the head by Canelo. That's the second time he got away with it. The ref didn't see that one either. It's like WWF. He waits for the ref not to be looking and he hits him behind the head. Second time he did that. Ref didn't see that one either. I'm giving that round to Canelo. It was a closer round, but I'm not giving no fighter on his back foot running and not avoiding the fight around like that. Can't go that route. So that's 6-2. And we got 78-74. We got it 6-2 Canelo going into the 9th round here. We got Eddie Reynoso giving advice to Canelo in the corner. Draped in Dolce & Gabbana drip with the hat and the tracksuit. They all got Dolce & Gabbana tracksuits on. The cornerman, the white with the gold, Dolce. Okay, I just noticed Plant's gloves are the same with the white and the gold. Okay, with the white gloves and the gold Dolce boxing boots on. It's probably specially made for him because Canelo, I'm sure Dolce doesn't make boxing boots. Here we go to round 9. Canelo comes out in gold and white trim, Dolce, gold boots on and white. The gloves to match. He's clean as could be. Plant looks like he went to Walmart, bought his outfit, and came to the ring. It's basic black and white. We see we got $40 million for this fight. I can tell you that much. The fans booing because Plant's not fighting. He's fighting. They're booing Plant for fighting off his back foot and not running from the fight. You can't win a fight with a majority Mexican crowd with that style. That back foot running, it's not going to get it. Solid left and right to the body by Canelo. Canelo in the middle of the ring, walking Plant down. Canelo's got him in the corner now. Plant tries to tie him up. Canelo won't let him. Lands 2 bites to the body, a left uppercut that landed. Canelo runs to the right. Plant escapes to the right. Every time he plants his fight, he's either going left or right, Plant. He's trying to get out of there when Canelo plants his feet. That's smart. But he's not throwing punches afterward. He's not making him pay for that. Left hook by Canelo, solid to the head. Plant moving him away. Roll with the punch, and he's moving away. He's surviving with rolling with the punches and moving left and right. He's fighting to survive, not win. Canelo walking him down halfway through the round. Another Canelo round, walking him down, actively throwing punches. Playing on his back foot, moving left and right, trying to survive. The crowd doesn't like that. They want to see a fight. And I do too. You can't win the first unified 168 belt fighting off your back foot and running around from left to right in the ring. That's not going to happen. Okay, there's a nice right to the body by Plant. Oh, 2 solid left hooks by Canelo. Plant gets on his bicycle, gets up out of there to the right. Canelo stalking Plant. Plant moving left and right. Nice left hook by Canelo to the body. Plant ties him up, fighting very defensively. Moving, got his hands down nice, getting tired. Canelo's got him in the corner. Left, right. The right would have finished the fight, but Plant managed to slip it. He's a good defensive fighter. The fact that he's fighting defensively and the fact that he's on his back foot and moving and slipping punches might get him to the 12th round, but it's not going to win him the fight. Nice, solid left, right by Canelo. And that's that round. And that's the 9th round. And that's a 10-9 round for Canelo. Let's get him familiar to say. It's 88-83 now. We got it 7-2. Canelo going into the 10th round of this fight. We got Mike Tyson in the crowd. Red suit, burgundy suit, white shirt. The whole crowd erupts and applauds for Mike Tyson when they see him on the intercom. When they see him on the big screen, the Mexican crowd is clapping for Mike Tyson. There's a nice right hand that Plant tries to slip and dodge down from. Gets in the defensive stance and curls up to avoid being hit. Can't win a fight doing that. Weak combinations by Plant. None of them lands, and they're all arm punches and very amateurish punches by Plant. Very amateurish arm punches by Plant. We're in the 10th round now. I got it 88-83. 7-2 for Canelo. The ring announcer thinks that this is a very close fight. If he thinks this is a close fight, then he's blind. So he's obviously employed by PBC, and they love him. Canelo is not a PBC fighter. He's fighting this fight because he got $42 million, but he's a free agent. Plant is a PBC house fighter, and this guy is crazy, this announcer. He's just getting his check from PBC, and he's full of it. Canelo with a solid left, right to the body. Canelo, another right, and Plant escapes to his left. He's going left or right whenever Plant plants his feet, which is smart, but he's not throwing punches when he does that. He's not making them pay. Okay, Canelo corners him. Plant ducks up underneath the ropes. The refs would get away with it. I would have let him fight his way out of that. He did it on his own. But the ref did him a favor and let him get away with it, ducking his head underneath the ropes. And that's just nothing. Canelo had the full right to bar him with punches at that point. And the ref let him off the hook, Plant off the hook with that. Left, right to the body, into the head by Canelo. Uppercut to the head by Canelo. Plant slips that well. Plant with 2 weak jabs. Canelo with a jab that didn't land. Another weak jab by Plant. Plant doesn't have any power. He's very amateurish with his punching. He's got good defense. He slips well. Got a pretty wife. Sexy wife. But not much power. He's definitely got sweet hands. That's his nickname. Sweet hands. Plant, and he does have sweet hands. He has no power in those hands. Those hands are not masculine hands. Those are very sweet hands. 2 weak arm punches by Plant. Canelo. Another left hook by Canelo. Solid left right by Canelo. Plant showing a good chin. A little more durable than Billy Joe Saunders. Nice combination to the body by Canelo. Nice combinations to the body by Canelo. Another Canelo round with 22 seconds left. I said between 7 and 11. Plant's going to make it to the 11th on his back foot, defending and running. Not running, but just defensively fighting off his back foot and trying to survive with pretty good defense, but no offense at all. And you can't win this fight with that. I don't think you win any fight with that. 10-9 for Canelo. Got it 98-92. and we got it 8-2 in rounds. There's no way you can win the first unified championship in the history of the 168-pound division fighting on your back foot defensively trying to survive. That cannot happen. They're showing the replays of Canelo landing hard shots to the body and the short. Pretty hard glancing punch to the head. Nice jab by Plant. Not much power, but it did land. They're showing the highlights. Plant with some weak arms to the body. Nice, solid left uppercuts by Canelo. Beautifully thrown. Plant took them well. He's shown he's got a good chin so far. So Plant's first big test of his career at 168. He's showing he's got good defensive skills. He can slip and slide punches. He's got good movement. Has no power, no leverage on his punches, but a good chin. That's what I would say about Plant now in his first big test. Nice body shots by Canelo, showing him who's the boss. 2 solid body punches, 2 gauchos. This announcer for the PBC Showtime call is saying it's a very close fight. He's blind. He's being paid by PBC and Showtime to say that. Canelo is a free agent. And Plant is down. Plant is down and he's staggering. We're in the 11th. I said 7-11. And Plant is down and staggering with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. He's not going to make it through this round. Here's Canelo pressing him. Stumbling. Plant's about to get stopped in the 11th. It's about to end. We're about to see history. Plant's down, and that's it. In the 11th round, I said 7-11. Canelo heard me. He's got the Dolce, and this is it. This fight has been stopped. Canelo Alvarez is the first Mexican-born fighter ever to become the undisputed 4-belt title holder ever in the history of the modern boxing era. He's the first unified undisputed 4-belt holder at 168, and he is the first Mexican-born fighter to become the undisputed 4-belt holding undisputed champion at 168. This is history. He's the first Mexican to be the undisputed 4-belt holder in the modern boxing era. There have only been 5 up to now. He's the 6th. In the history of the modern boxing era, the 4-belt era, only 5 fighters up until tonight had unified all 4 belts. Usyk at cruiserweight, Bernard Hopkins and Jermaine Taylor at welterweight, or 160, at middleweight. Bud Crawford and Josh Taylor at 140. And Josh Taylor is still considered an undisputed 4-belt holder at this point. And Canelo is now the 6th fighter in the modern era to become an undisputed 4-belt holder in the weight class. The first ever in 168 ever, and the first Mexican boxer in the 4-belt modern era to be a unified 4-belt holder ever. And only 6 of them all time. That's that. Canelo Alvarez is now the undisputed champion at 168. He has the WBA, WBC, the WBO, and IBF belts. All 4 belts. He's the unified champion at 168, the first ever in the history of that division in the modern boxing era. So that's it. That's it, Sebastian. Plant knocked out in the 11th. Canelo, the undisputed 4-belt champion at 168. Correct me if I'm wrong, there are 2 4-belt holders now, actually in boxing, which is unheard of. Josh Taylor, I believe, maybe. And, of course, Canelo Alvarez now. There have only been 6 boxers ever to do that. History's been made tonight. Canelo Alvarez is the first unified champion at 168 with the WBA, WBC, WBO, and IBF belts. the first Mexican-born boxer to become an undisputed 4-belt holder in boxing in the modern era, the 4-belt class. And they're proclaiming Canelo Alvarez, the announcers now, as the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. I would agree with that. He's the only one that's ever done that. How can you argue with that? Julio Cesar Chavez never did it. Oscar de la Hoya never did it. None of the great fighters ever did it. Mexican fighters, there are lots of great Mexican fighters that have never done this. Roy Jones never did this. Money Mayweather never did this. Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather never did this. First ever undisputed champion in the modern era. And that says something at 168. That was a decisive, beautiful win by Canelo. He broke him down and stopped him just like I thought. The left uppercut to the head of Plant was the ender of this fight. Plant went down as soon as he hit him with that left uppercut. The left was the carrying thing for him all night long. Left hand, because Plant was trying to avoid the right hand. And that left hand, left hook to the head of Plant hurts him. Solid left hand. And then he pushes Plant off of him to get distance, hits him with the right uppercut, and that was the showstopper right there. That right uppercut. Plant goes into the ropes, down on the ground into the ropes. The fight was over there. The fight was over there. Plant staggers around the ring, and here's the finishing blow. Canelo with the left hook that misses, but he follows that up with a huge right. Well, he follows it up with the right hand, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the fight. The right and the left, and the right and the left by Canelo, and Plant goes down face first on his back now, and the fight immediately calls it off. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Canelo Alvarez is the undisputed WBA, WBC, WBO, and IBF champion, all 4 belts at 168 for the first time ever. And he's the first Mexican-born fighter to ever win all 4 belts and be the undisputed champion in any weight class ever. He's the 6th to ever do that. 6 fighters have done that in the modern era. Usyk at cruiserweight, Bernard Hopkins and Jermaine Taylor at 160, Bud Crawford and Josh Taylor at 140, and now the 6th in the modern era, Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed champion, the first ever undisputed champion at 168, and the first Mexican-born fighter to ever win all 4 belts and be an undisputed champion in the modern boxing era, the 4-bout era. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. And I really appreciate you all coming through the stream tonight. Historic, they're about to interview Canelo now. The 2 people that are in there, I appreciate you being here. Please vote. Well, you don't have to vote in the poll no more. It's over with. And but please like and subscribe on the channel. It's free. Takes 3 seconds to do. Just type subscribe. Hit the like button on the video. Hit the bell, because I'll be doing all the big boxing fights, including the next, I think, upcoming big one, which is going to be Tank Davis versus Pitbull. Since Romero caught some criminal cases and had to be yanked off that fight, I think the next big one up in a week or 2 is going to be Tank Davis versus Pitbull. I cannot wait to that fight. Power punchers going at it. Somebody's going to get knocked out. Somebody's always got to go. 2 undefeated boxer, 2 undefeated power punchers. Tank Davis, the new Mike Tyson light, as I like to call him, because he's in a lighter weight class. He's Mike Tyson light, and we got Tank Davis and Pitbull coming up either the next week or the week after that, and I think that's the next big one. But I'll be doing all the big fights and all the small fights, cards, Showtime, free. Anytime there's a nice boxing card with some quality fighters on it, I'm going to be there. Canelo Alvarez got the King's crown on. They have a gold crown for Canelo Alvarez, a gold King's crown to match his gold and white Dolce & Gabbana robe, which is fly. his Dolce & Gabbana gold and white boxing shorts, his gold and white Dolce & Gabbana boxing shorts, and now he's got a gold boxing crown to go with that. He's been crowned. If you've ever watched The Wire, where Marlo Stanfield got the crown, this is Canelo Alvarez getting the crown, and that's it. That's it, everybody. I'm going to move on to the press conference after this. I don't know if I'm going to come back on live with the press conference or not, but I'm about to shut the stream down. For the 3 people that roll with me to the end, I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming through. Come through my next streams. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell. Hit the like button. So when I do my next boxing streams, I'm going to do them all. You'll be informed of it and just pop up, and you can just come through. But please like, subscribe to my channel. Hit the button. It only takes 3 seconds, and it's free to do. I'm trying to get monetized, and I'm trying to do that as fast as possible. Grow my YouTube channel. To all my TikTok fans and my TikTok family now, which is unexpected for me. I appreciate all the love and all the great contributions that you all do on TikTok. I love it. I feel like I'm part of the TikTok community now, and I never expected that to happen. I appreciate the love, and I will see you all on TikTok and on YouTube. It's Eugene M. E the DJ STL, sports, music, and entertainment. We do boxing, live stream, sports live streams of all major sports, music live streams and playlists, entertainment playlists, and reaction videos. It's Eugene M. E the DJ STL. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Discord, especially TikTok. And follow me on YouTube. Like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell. I appreciate you all coming through. It was a pleasure to spend this historic night with you all. Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed 168 champion, the greatest Mexican fighter in the history of boxing, as far as I'm concerned. He's the only one that ever won all 4 belts and unified. And he's now the 6th fighter in the modern boxing era to be the undisputed 4-belt holder in the division. That's history. History at 168 and boxing history. And so I'm going to sign off now. It's Eugene M. E the DJ STL. Subscribe, like to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Come through on my next boxing stream. Chill with me. Come through. I appreciate you all. It's Eugene M. E the DJ STL, live from St. Louis. And I'm out.